His eyes.
Your eyes? Hell, I can't stop looking at them pointy teeth. And what's up with that black cape? What are you, some kind of pimp?
Seriously, you must look into my eyes. I want you under my spell.
Don't you mean under your smell?
Madame, you don't understand. I am a vampire. The famous Count Flatula. Damn it. Forgive me. I had a little Italian yesterday. I think his name was Guido. Way too much garlic. I could probably use a breath mint.
Well, player, that ain't your breath I'm smelling. Okay.
Perhaps you don't understand. I am a vampire. I live in a coffin.
I don't know about no coffin. What I do know is I'm gagging.
Try to follow me here, okay? I, Count Flatula, am immortal. The only way to kill me is to shove a stake into my heart.
No, somebody needs to shove a cork into your...
If you don't want to hear him fart, just drive a stake into his heart. He'll tear the pants right off your ass. Then he'll say,
It's a gas! Count Flatula.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Joining us in the interview loft, comedian John Campanera. John's a great stand-up comedian, a veteran of the world of stand-up comedy. Started in Chicago. Mm-hmm. Now, Bob grew up in Los Angeles.
Vin Scully was my man.
Vin Scully. Is that something that you did?
Vin Scully is funny because he's one of these announcers that loves to read lips.
Yeah.
And he thinks he knows what they're saying on the field. Wait a minute, here comes Tracy out of the dugout. He's in the umpire's face. It appears he wants to take the ump to Fuddruckers after the game. He says he doesn't like Fuddruckers, says to go to Fuddruckers yourself. Tracy says you got to try the ground chuck, you. The ump says chuck you too and tosses him out of the game. Well, how do you like that? You offer somebody dinner and they throw you out of the game. You know what makes me laugh is Skip Carey, Harry's son. He does the Atlanta Brave games.
Sure.
I listen to this guy when I can't sleep. He's like Somonex. He's like, Chipper Jones takes one on the outside, 3-1 on Chipper Jones. Don't forget all week long, we got the best of the Duke right here on TBS. John Wayne right here on TBS. There's a long fly ball. Looks like that's out of here. Don't forget to tune in Tuesday. We got the best of Charles Bronson right here on TBS. Death Wish 1 through 25 right here on TBS. I guess that was the game winner. Everybody seems to be shaking hands and patting each other. Tune in Wednesday when the Cubs come to face the Braves right here on TBS.
I love that.
And you know, Harry's going, I can't believe that's my son. He's got no personality. What the hell is he talking about? You know, Harry would get excited over the dumbest stuff. Hey, check out the kid in the sombrero. That's a good-looking youngster, huh? You'd be like, what the hell is that?
Hey, we're bad. We're live. I mean, like bad, good. Well, you know what I mean.
We're bad, we're live, we're nationwide?
That's right. Exactly.
correct.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Worldwide.
Back live.
Yes.
That's right.
ZZ Top had it wrong.
There's Christy Lee.
Hey.
All right. Just back from the front, evidently. Where she's watching the war in London, I guess.
Foreign correspondent.
Foreign correspondent.
I love that book.
Yeah, that's nice. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hey, chick. You ever seen Foreign Correspondent? Oh, that's a good one.
Who is it?
Who's in there?
I don't remember.
All right.
Must have been great.
There's Josh Arnold, recently clean-shaven, and he's starting to grow back, and it's throwing me a little bit. There's
Sorry.
Ace Cosby, I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
What happened over there?
I had one of those days where I went to the dentist, and then I went and got my hair cut, and then I went home, and I was like, I'm going to trim the beard, and I was looking at the guards on my trimmer. And when I'm going to go with the shorter one this time.
Oh, yeah?
I don't think it's that short. In the first buzz, I went, oh, that is very short. Yeah. So, Godwin and I have about the same length right now.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, how about the pubes? Are you, did you do your, because you like to get the, what do they call it, the waxing?
Sure,
Where they rip everything up by the roots. Of course, perfected by Hitler in 1934. They developed that.
It's not going to be the last time you hear that today.
Yeah, we have a weird Hitler story in the news. That's why.
Weird
Really?
Hitler story.
Opposed to a normal Hitler.
Good
No, I
point.
mean, this is an oddity, and it's actually well, never mind. I'm not going to even give it away. Have you had your pubic waxing recently?
No, I haven't had that done recently. I have a new.
Oh, real bushy
So
down
how deep is your love, as the Bee Gees often say?
No, it's still very close to the.
Oh, so it's like a crew cut now?
Well, you can keep it.
You know what?
trimmed.
It's a little shorter than what my face right now.
Is that from growing out, or did you use the guard on it that down there?
I have a special manscaped thing down there. That's great. So, yeah, it's the only one that has never nicked me before.
Oh,
so
really?
I don't go to the waxing as much.
Okay,
I'm still pro waxing, but I just when I can do it at home, I do it at home.
Have you ever waxed at home?
No, I haven't. I trust an
no.
esthetician
Yeah.
to do that.
Especially down there. Oof.
I don't have the willpower to actually yank.
Are you,
Well.
are you that limber?
You yank.
So I'm sorry. So you don't like to yank down there, but the yank has two meanings.
Exactly. Yes.
okay.
Yeah. Christy wants to know if I'm limber enough to reach all parts of my body,
All
suggesting.
the way to the back? I mean, that would be...
Yes, I can reach back there.
Yes.
I know my Jabba the Huttian form might keep these arms from.
I didn't say that.
No, but the implication.
Back, everybody. We're back.
He can't wipe himself. He has to call his neighbor. Fred, listen, I had a deep one.
Oh, that
I
Fred
could
is a
wax
saint. He is a saint.
I don't think I could wax my butt. Come on.
You know what? You couldn't. I need to
So
help you.
let's take our night caller. If you'd like to wax Christie's butt.
I mean, well...
No, I mean you just couldn't. You would miss. I would miss a bunch. Yes. Yeah.
I can remember the very first time I found out about waxing. I had just moved into my first house, and my sister was visiting me, and I got back from being in the air and walked in my house and went, what's that smell?
Oh.
And I don't know how it's done these days, but she had this thing the size of like 2 bars of soap of this brownish wax sitting in one of my saucepans. Thank you.
In the kitchen where you make your dinner?
Yes, in the kitchen where I make my dinner. And she was melting the wax, and then she took she had these little tearaway things of cloth, and she would dip the wax
Like
in.
cheesecloth.
And I heard her in
Yep.
the bathroom screaming. You heard this. "Ah!"
Oh man.
How's it going in there, Jan? Sounds good. Wow.
I just read something right before I walked in here, which was why I was a little late. Have you heard of this thing called free bleeding?
Oh no, this sounds awful already.
Hang on a second. Sometimes there's some sort of infection in your system, and all you need is a good bleeding.
No, that's not what this is
That's
about.
not it?
This is a thing where women don't wear pads or tampons or anything.
Whoa.
They free bleed.
I see.
Okay.
All right.
Don't we have enough awful things in the news? Now we have to worry about this.
I had no idea this was a thing. And Oscar goes, oh, yeah. I know people.
Oh
who've done
yeah,
that.
he said. He knew.
Yes, he's heard of it.
This isn't the cup thing.
No, the Diva Cup is different. This is just.
You just walk around.
Apparently, you maybe
free
put
bleed.
put a wash rag in there or something.
I'm seeing a memo about
Lost Skinner
I'm seeing a memo about furniture.
Better get that Scotch guard, okay?
Oh man.
Yeah,
Is that
Boy,
and why is that better for you?
I guess it's saving the environment. I mean, you can
Come on.
clean. You just throw them in the wash.
Throw what in the wash?
Your panties,
Yeah,
your
or
shoes.
some people apparently put wash rags in there.
Your
And like a
rugs.
diaper.
Whatever. Hey, look, I don't know. I'm not going to be judging on this, ladies. You do what you want to do.
I say judge away. Cork it up.
Cork it up, broad. That's chapter what of your book?
Grab one of those.
Single forever?
Yeah, single forever. Chapter 2, cork it up, broad. At least it's not cork it up, bitch. At least I'm glad to see that the feminist movement has made you inch a little bit to the left.
That would be rude.
Grab that
And that led to the conversation. Have you ever met people that don't use toilet paper?
You know something?
What
are you reading back there? If I have, I don't know. And if they told me, I would unmeet them.
They apparently use rags and then throw it in a bag next to the toilet and tie it up, and then they wash and reuse.
Terrific.
Okay.
Well, no.
No.
I would think that.
What if you were a guest in their home?
I would think that I'd have to do the math on this, but wouldn't the amount of electricity you use to run the washer and the dryer and plus the bleach, because you'd have to bleach them,
I don't know.
and the temperature, wouldn't that
didn't know
use
this
more
was-
energy than a?
Yes, I do not think toilet paper is that big of a problem.
I honestly did not. I'd never heard of that before today.
Aren't we? We're doing pretty well with recycling and all that stuff.
Yes.
We can keep the toilet paper.
Yeah.
And the ponds.
What do they do? What do they do when they're at school or at work or at the shop or whatever?
No, I'm sure they use what's available, but at their homes, they don't.
Yeah, don't let Lloyd use your screwdriver. He's wiping lefty now.
You know, I plainly remember getting on board when we had a baby. We're going to do cloth diapers.
Oh, yeah.
Cloth diapers. You rinse them out. They deliver them to you. Oh, this is great. No. No.
Well, see, it's similar to that.
How long did it last?
About 3 days, I think. There's like tubs everywhere and turds everywhere. You know.
I mean, if you think about it, it's pretty much the same thing as if you have a baby and use diapers.
I guess. I mean, so do you have to indoctrinate all the guests at your house? Oh, by the way, the parlor bathroom is down the hall to the left. Oh, and we don't use paper.
Find a rag next to the toilet.
And by the way, from now on, I insist we say the word parlor with a southern accent.
The parlor bathroom.
The parlor bathroom.
Paula.
You'll find plenty of wiping rags.
We have a 1994 Sears catalog.
grab your page there.
Yes, no, certainly.
Well,
They come out of the bathroom. Oh, I see your wiping rags. Didn't this used to be your checkered shirt? Oh, yes, I cut it up.
I recommend using a cologne ad. It not only wipes, but
It scents. It adds a special scent.
Plus, it might sting if it would alert you to a fissure. With the cologne, it would sting just a bit.
if you do suffer from the fissures.
You don't want a fissure.
On this topic, I can say something. This is in the world of science. We every once in a while get a thing where they've discovered the world's thinnest thing.
yeah.
Scientists work very hard to develop something that it's unbelievably microscopic,
Wait a minute.
atomically thin.
Every year they announce.
What are you talking about?
You never seen this? Oh yes, they'll say it's scientists today.
Well, no, I've heard of the world's quietest room. They've done that.
Yes.
Is this the same
They have
institution?
found the world's thinnest thing.
What is it?
Okay.
It's the toilet paper at the Atlanta airport. And if you don't believe me, I don't know how they get that. Good luck getting more than one
That's
sheet
why.
off. You're kind of tucking and pushing.
yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. We have a lot to get to. Nope, we haven't done anything to help, have we?
No.
Okay, good.
We're a
We'll
mess,
tell you what's
yeah.
going on here. We do have. We played that, by the way, in honor of the late great Vin Scully.
Yeah, he kind of started it all. He and him and Red Barber and out there at the ball game. And I think that was the first time we was any announcer talk. You know, I mean,
Really?
And they did that. So something about the broadcasting. Then it would make their voices clearer, I guess. On the
Oh, I didn't know that.
little tube.
He was doing it for
radios,
more
I
than
guess.
60 years. Right?
Oh, just a true legend.
Yeah.
And I liked his one thing. He goes, "I'm the one guy that likes silence." When he would do the game, he would let the ambience and the
Which is great.
Yes.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that a little bit. We got a
No,
lot
it's
of other
great during a
sporting news.
game. I wish more people would do that.
Here's a question. Anything that matters more than the safety of you and your loved ones? Chick McGee.
I just got back from a quick trip to Florida, and I checked in on my home because I have the Simply Safe Do-It-Yourself Home Security Center. You just go to your app on your phone and
Was Pat stealing food out of your refrigerator?
Again, yes. Thank you, Pat.
It was delicious.
I've got a log of everything you took. With 24/7 professional monitoring from Simply Safe, the agents call you the moment a threat is detected, possibly a Pat alert, sending police or first responders in an emergency, or even if you're not home or can't be reached, or you're yelling at the Atlantic Ocean in West Palm Beach. Simply Safe's monitoring agents truly care about your well-being and are highly trained to help keep you calm and safe during stressful situations. Staying on the line with you until help arrives. The Simply Safe's customer-first policies make sure you are taken care of with affordable plans starting at less than $1 a day with no long-term contract or hidden fees. Feeling safe at home, peace of mind at the compound should not break the bank. Customize the perfect system, then install it yourself, the do-it-yourself home security system from Simply Safe. Go to simplysafetom.com. Go today, claim that free indoor security camera plus 20% off with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. When we come back, we've got some sporting news and perhaps an update on pubic hair and toilet paper. I'm not sure what we missed there. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, well-meaning, but
yeah, they're all messed up.
More than slightly confused.
And a good morning, back live, skating at full strength here on the Bob and Tom Show. My name is Mark Allison. Thanks so much for joining us here on a Thursday morning, August 4th. Coming up this morning, comedian and voice actor Becky Robinson's going to be joining us. BeckyRobinsonTheGreat.com for more. Also, our West Coast Mountain correspondent Al Jackson with a quiz for Tom, and Jess Hooker the Cooker as well from the Bits and Pieces podcast. We're loaded up and we're all here. Looking forward to a great Thursday morning. Thanks for joining us again. Back live here, feeling good right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Dolly Parton is honored to be one of the recipients of the Carnegie Medal of Philanthropy, given by Carnegie Institutions to honor innovative philanthropists. Parton says in a statement she's always believed if she were in a position to help, she should, and that she tries to support things that have special meaning for her and hopes everyone can find something they're passionate about supporting. Parton and 4 other award winners will receive their medals in a private ceremony in New York on October 13th. It was almost in the can, as they say in the movie biz, but the film Batgirl has now ended up in the trash. That's right. The studio that paid $90 million have simply thrown it away. Warner Brothers has decided not to release the film, which was planned for HBO Max. It's not going to come out in theaters either. Apparently, if a film is considered beneath a studio's standards, it's quietly dumped or sold to someone. But to publicly announce that a movie will never see the light of day, pretty unusual. And the actor who puts the gray in Grey's Anatomy, cutting back on her workload on the ABC drama, Ellen Pompeo, will be only on 8 episodes of the series when it comes back for its 19th season this fall. She will continue, though, to serve as executive producer and the show's narrator. Pompeo is prepping to star in a series that will air on Hulu, which, like ABC, is a corporate sibling under Disney. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, I'm Morty Gleckman for Casket Carnival.
It's a Casket Carnival. You won't lose your shirt. It's a Casket Carnival. When we shovel on the dirt, we'll make sure you really save before we stick you in your grave. We won't steal from you. Casket Carnival.
We've got lots of games and prizes, and since many of our coffins are scratch and dent or gently used models, we pass the savings on to you at Casket Carnival. And don't forget to say hello to our lovable mascot, Embalmo the Clown.
Hey, yeah, there. Thanks for coming to the Casket Carnival. You're really gonna dig our prices there. Don't forget to ask about our layaway plan, huh? Hey, geez, what's wrong with these people? I'm dying up here, huh? At the cremation station, we want to earn your business. You know, sometimes I wish I were that.
Hey, man, it's Donnie Baker. And the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like us dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God. You can hear the show here in the morning, and then because you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Hello. Bonjour. The perfect gift has arrived for the single man. The new cologne from the makers of Clintorius and Bonaire. France's most noted fashion designer, yours truly, Mr. Béchon of Paris, has developed an exciting and stimulating new scent for men.
Honey, come on. You've been in the bathroom for half an hour. What are you doing in there?
Just enjoying my masturbation.
Mr. Béchon, just slap a little on, repeatedly.
Oh, God. Thanks, I needed that.
When you use Mr. Béchon, she won't be able to keep her hands off of you. And neither will you.
Is that Mr. Béchon?
Yeah, I think that's the scientific name.
Mr. Béchon, why not jerk a bottle off your department store shelf today? Mr. Béchon, it's not a sin anymore.
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and, well, I just had a so you know where I'm going.
Comedian David Dugan. Dave Dugan joins us in the studio.
David Dugan.
My formal name. You sound like a Grand Wizard. David Dugan, Grand Wizard. Stop.
You have a couple young children.
A couple young kids. Raising kids at that age is sort of like being hazed into a fraternity.
Yeah.
There was like a 2-minute time period the other day when I changed a dirty diaper, grounded up fruit chews out of the carpet while chocolate milk was being spilled down my back. Geez, if I could depants myself, I'd be a Fidel right now.
Hey, guy, it's Ken Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
Being all sidekickish.
That's right.
Yes, there's Ace Cosby. Chick. Willie on assignment. And here's Tom Griswold. I'm Chick McGee speaking.
Thank you very much, Chick.
You're welcome, sir.
We have a nice letter from Ron in Modesto, California.
Ronnie boy.
Oh, Modesto.
He enjoyed our one-man band celebration.
Oh, who didn't?
Last Friday.
If that guy put out an album of covers, I would buy it.
Would you?
Yes, I would.
Mark Dobson?
Markdobson.com, Mark with a C. Yes, I would. I enjoyed it very much.
Ron writes, I heard that August was Josh's 6th anniversary with the Bob and Tom Show.
Mm-hmm.
That coincided with the first day of my retirement after 42 years.
Well, congratulations.
As a CT technologist. Perhaps Josh could make this a double celebration and retire too.
Oh,
wait a minute. Ron, that is just not.
You know, Ron, every time around this year, I look at the numbers and make a decision, and they're just not there yet. So I can't.
Congratulations, Ron. Enjoy your retirement in Modesto.
Well. Oh, I've got a letter. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Watch this.
This is from Christopher. My old college buddies gave my first wife and I a pogo stick as a wedding gift.
How about that?
He says it came in handy during the hard times. And I got to keep it after the divorce.
Interesting.
Would you break it out during an argument and start pogoing around?
Weren't we talking about a pogo stick last week?
Well, marriage does have its ups and downs.
Tom said he had.
Indeed.
Didn't you have 2 pogo sticks?
No. You
had stilts.
Stilts.
Jess said she had pogo sticks.
No pogo
Oh, that's
sticks.
right, Jessica.
Tom, what about this? Stilts that are also pogo sticks.
You bounce up and down?
And you're very tall when you do it.
Whoa. That's a good way to break your neck there. Yeah.
Or to tear yourself asunder.
Guys aren't known to do the splits.
Now, because a pogo stick is just the one stick.
Yes.
Right.
Whereas stilts
Well,
each one would be
each one would have a spring on it.
Yeah, that might be difficult.
I'd watch it.
Oh yeah, briefly.
Didn't they briefly make a shoe like that? With
No.
a spring and a sole that you could kind of jump with.
The world's only stilt Pogelman.
They're trying.
Jennings Wishbone McGee.
They're trying to bring back slam ball. Do you remember slam ball?
No.
It was where a section of the floor. It was a basketball game, but the section of the floor was a trampoline.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
I remember this.
I do.
Slam ball.
Wasn't our buddy?
It looked fun.
Yeah.
Dinkelman, didn't he host that show on ESPN2 or something?
Brian Dunkelman?
Dunkelman, that's what I meant.
Was it Dunkelman?
Was it?
I thought that one comedian who doesn't look like a basketball player at all, but was a crazy good player in college and was a part of the Washington Generals.
Oh, Jimmy Pardo?
No, not at all.
Pardo, but
I
don't remember.
Yeah.
A lot of junk sports out there. Do we need any more?
Hey.
Tomorrow is the Ocho returns. We were talking about that last week, too.
Really?
On ESPN.
Just for a day, right?
Yeah, with slippery stairs, and they're going to have corgi races and all sorts of stuff.
I've been looking through some old video, and I used to host this thing called Saturday Night Lightning with go-karts. I don't know how that... We had Ricky the Race Band. I had a band. I was
yeah.
It was like, what?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I used to love shows like that.
Oh, we had a blast doing it. But I'm watching it going, people watch this?
Oh, yeah.
Look what they've got to watch today. Yikes. Coming up, speaking of odd sports, did you watch the video of this Limbo record?
No.
I didn't, but I saw it. It's coming up in sports.
You watched that? How low can you go?
Well, yeah, it's...
I didn't mean to piss everybody off.
It's
I've got
on roller skates.
I got a bone to pick with you about
Spread your legs as far as you can.
Yeah.
And then live, it's amazing. Going underneath things on roller skates. There's a new world record. The Ocho, real quick update on that. The Ocho is 24 hours, as you pointed out, coming tomorrow. It includes 14 and a half hours of live events, including the U.S. Air Guitar All-Star, quote, Air Off.
Yep.
The World Axe Throwing League is involved.
Oh.
There's wiffle ball.
I may watch that.
Break dancing, the Pro Tour.
Well, that's about to become an Olympic sport. You might want to
that's ridiculous.
Polish up on who's who.
Right. And Pogo Palooza.
There it is.
Aha.
This is, and there is an event literally called Slippery Stairs.
Yeah, and it's just what it sounds like. And I saw the promo for the whole day and they a quick shot of Slippery Stairs, and I am in. It's exactly what you.
Brought to you by Arbuckle Champagne.
They have to go up and down the stairs, or what?
Try to get up.
They're trying to climb up the slippery stairs.
How are they made slippery?
I'm goose fat. I don't know.
It looks like oil.
Ugh.
Wow.
The seed of the...
All right.
Yes, the ejaculative.
Okay.
Yeah, those before. Yes. That's the champion.
Of the winners from last year.
Yes.
Okay, and that is tomorrow, and it will be replacing what ESPN regular... Oh, ESPN2, it says.
ESPN2.
All right, so the Ocho returns. What else did you have for me over there?
The NFL. You want to get to serious sports? Sort of.
You can if you want.
Okay. The NFL is appealing that disciplinary officer's decision to suspend Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson for 6 games for violating the league's personal conduct policy.
That's what he ended up getting, 6 games?
6 games. Wow. I think everyone thought it was a little light, but it was from the judge that they appointed for just such an occasion.
Really?
Which was a part of the new collective
by appealing this, they're just making this story go on and on.
That's what they're worried about.
But the punchline is, did you see the part of it beyond the fine and the suspension was they have to approve any masseuse.
Yes, they do, and they have to. He has to go to a masseuse that the team
approves,
designates.
That guy.
I'm sure his next masseuse is going to be like the third-string linebacker.
Yeah.
That's kind of the fuzziest part of this whole. And there's no credit. The grand jury did not indict. They didn't find it. They said they didn't. Yada yada. But that's the most interesting part of the story is that you're a professional athlete, and you have, at last count, 24 different massage therapists.
Yeah.
Don't you have just one guy you trust?
I've had the same woman for 33 years.
Most often?
Yeah.
Well, she's ready to retire. She's probably weak as a kitten. You're not getting a massage.
Ah, she's great.
My hands hurt. I have arthritis.
Here comes. I can't bear to tell her I can't.
Oh, boy.
Well, the arthritis kicked in, which helps for the quicker happy ending.
See, this is the kind of talk.
So, okay. So he wasn't going to massage parlors that were known to give happy endings and things like that. He was going to legit places.
I think he was having masseuses come to his hotel room.
And they were legit.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're asking me. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Oh,
I read that he met some of them on social media, so...
Well...
But
hey, I mean, you can advertise on Facebook and everything. That's fine.
Verbiage is, that at least this news story says, he can only use, quote, club-approved therapists.
Well, who's to stop him?
So these will be huge, hairy guys that...
You like it?
Hey, I played in the XFL. I was offensive line. You like these boobs? They're hairy. They're man boobs.
How about these boobs, huh?
Yeah, you want to hit on me?
Well, Deshaun, here's your penalty. You can only use the corporate jet twice a week from the Cleveland Browns, and you only get 2 free drinks on board. Okay, good.
Well, the 6-game suspension news came out about Deshaun, and then, I'm not sure, 12 hours later, 16 hours later, they brought out the Miami Dolphins lost a first-round draft pick in a third round, I think. And
because the owner
tampered with Tom Brady, and this is stems from Brian Flores, the former coach of the Dolphins, made the allegation that the owner told him to tank games so they could improve their draft.
Didn't he say give him $100,000 if you
give
tank
him
$100,000
a game he lost if they improved? They denied
Man.
that, but the Dolphins. So the NFL kind of doing the shell game. No, Deshaun Watson, look over here. Look what we did to the Dolphins.
What does tampering with Tom Brady mean?
They're not allowed to talk to someone when they're under contract.
Oh,
I don't know how.
Really?
He poked him a little bit.
Yeah.
Tommy.
I don't know how tampering works. I don't know how insider trading works. I don't know where the line is, where what I'm saying and what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing is illegal. It's over the line.
Yeah.
You know, I don't.
But I think the message. But when you get back to the Deshaun Watson thing, the message this sends is you really can't. You really are going to have to pay for violating these masseuses unless you own a team and your name is Robert Kraft.
Well, the grand jury, I would imagine, was given all the evidence and said, hey, there's not that much here.
And this system was brought about because Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the league, have a lot of... he was the judge, jury, executioner. It was up to him. So, okay, we'll bring in somebody neutral. So they got this judge.
Who's a female?
Yeah.
And
good.
Yeah, she was female.
But didn't 23 of the 24 women...
They settled, yes.
They settled for...
There you go. Okay. I see.
But settling and denying that it happened are two different things. But yeah, I have no idea. This is serious.
I said he's using a new massage place called Gloves and Goggles.
Well, Gloves and Goggles.
Yeah.
That name kind of puts it right out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, they deliver.
Yeah. Or they sure do.
Oh,
yeah, honey, you may need a mouth guard for Deshaun. he likes it special.
Speaking of serious sports, closing arguments in Brittany Griner's cannabis possession case over there in Moscow are set for this afternoon. That's about 6 months after the American basketball star arrested in Moscow airport in a case that has reached the highest levels of U.S.-Russia diplomacy.
Hey, she broke the rules.
Yeah, she broke the law.
Nobody ever talks about that.
I can't get over the fact. I can't get over the fact she's 6'10". Bill Russell was 6'10". I can't get over that.
That is wild. Yeah,
that is wild.
And I miss Bill Russell, and I loved him. Okay, and here's more stuff. The dispute between the PGA Tour and the Saudi-funded Live Golf Series now in court.
Oh boy,
here we go. Phil Mickelson, lefty, and the Bryson DeChambeau, they're among 11 players who have sued the PGA Tour in federal court in San Francisco. They're challenging the tour's right to suspend them for joining the rival league.
Okay, whatever.
That's a ballsy move. Hey, we're leaving and suing you.
Yeah, what about that?
For us.
And try to get some journalists to cover this. We promise we won't cut them into pieces and sneak them out of an embassy in a suitcase. Oh, sorry.
Well, we don't promise, but we'll do our best.
Hello, all. This email starts.
Yeah, hi.
A couple of weeks ago, I was hanging out with my sisters, and we were talking about cooking appliances. And I had said that I haven't gotten one of those wind cookers that everyone seems to have, and asked them if they liked their wind cookers. They looked at me confused, and one of them asked, "Do you mean an air fryer?"
Sorry, I couldn't remember the name.
And I quickly corrected myself and said that I didn't know why I called it that until later. I realized I called it a wind cooker because Tom calls it a wind cooker.
I know, I couldn't think of it one day.
And at that point, I looked up at the sky and yelled, "Tom!"
I just heard this news report that due to the various COVID things over the last couple of years, the air fryers became very popular, so they manufactured more of them, and now there are a lot of them out there, so it's a really good time to look for one on sale.
You can get 6 gallons of gas. You get your free air cooker. Remember when they would do that? Remember you go and get a fill up, you get 6 glasses, you can take home and have the mobile.
Dude, some of those are worth a ton of money now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Remember they had the Flintstone ones? We had those as kids. Yeah.
Yeah, SO, I think. Dino the dinosaur was their
remember
their logo?
Wasn't there a brand of laundry detergent that you got a free towel?
Boxes of Breeze.
Was that
with every box, a towel?
You got a towel and a box of Breeze.
Covered in
a bath towel or a hand?
That was a big Porter Wagner, Dolly Parton thing.
Yeah, Dolly Parton was the spokesperson.
Big supporter of that show.
In boxes of Breeze. That's what she would say.
Okay, well, now,
do they still have, I don't get these kinds of cereals anymore. Do they still have prizes in cereal? Remember when we were kids, it always...
For those of you who don't know it, Christy likes some wood shavings and tree bark for breakfast cereals that she eats.
Yeah, they don't have much grape nuts. They don't come with a free ring or anything.
My mom would steal those from our boxes of cereal.
The joys?
Keep them year-round. And at Christmas time, we would open up our stockings.
Hey, sugar smack.
And there were...
Well, it's now time for another episode of dire poverty and sadness.
Oh, I'm sorry, Josh.
So not only, all year, we just thought we were the most unlucky kid. They forgot to put it in the box again.
Well, I
always wanted Tony the Tiger.
I remember you telling us that one time. It's hard to forget.
So, yeah. I mean, that was a happy...
wrap up... Because the cereal prices were never very good.
No.
I've always said...
Wacky wall crawlers were the finest of those.
I think every day would be too much, but I don't know why we never put out decoder rings for the Bob and Tom show, and we'd have a secret message every day. And have all the people, all the Bob and Tom kids.
We have a few listeners who think they hear secret messages.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
They used to have records on the back. Remember those?
Yeah. It sounded like Mary Had a Little Lamb.
It worked for about a week.
Honey. Right.
You are my candy girl.
Yes.
They would have like a little mini vinyl.
Yeah.
They weren't vinyl. They were like plastic.
Yeah, right on the back of the box.
Real thin.
It was perforated. You'd cut it up, put it on your turntable, and it would play.
Yeah.
The fidelity lacked, but
it wasn't a warm vinyl.
Certainly. But what do you want? I got it on a box of cereal.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if there are any current cereals that have toy prizes.
I hope so.
I do too.
Does Cracker Jack still have a...
Yes, they do. They still have a prize.
Cracker Jack has all the books. They're
not the good prizes like when we were kids.
Like a compass or a toy cannon.
Yeah.
And didn't Cracker Jack do something very odd last year? Didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
I'll find out what it was.
Weren't you in grade school and you got a ring out of some...
Huckleberry Hound
ring, and you had the kids coming over to your desk, and you...
Yeah, we used to have those fold-down desks, and I remember I put my hand in there, had my Huckleberry Hound ring, and I said, go ahead, you can sit in my desk and I won't crush my hands. So some fat ass jumped on my desk. I had to go to the hospital. I had to go to St. Luke's Hospital. I had to have a special tool to take it off so my finger didn't fall off.
He didn't expect the fat ass kid to.
The ring crushed his finger.
There was a Cracker Jack flavored cola last year.
Oh, okay.
Remember that?
Yeah, but there was another thing. I'll dig it up.
Didn't they change the name to Honky Jack for a second?
A little bit. Yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah.
Get back, Honky Jack.
Hill Jack. It's all new Hill Jack. Oh, does it come in a box? Nope. You just put your hand out and I stick it in there.
You know what
comes in a jug.
You know what comes in a box and shows up at your door, don't you?
What's that?
HelloFresh.
That's right. And HelloFresh goes, hey, guess what time it is?
What?
It's time for some great food, and this is the season of some great food for the summer. Farm fresh ingredients. How does it work? they do the shopping. So your meals always taste delicious. They've got those ingredients that are fresh from the farm to your doorstep in under 7 days. It's faster than the grocery store. Every week, 55 delicious items to choose from. What do you want? Family friendly? Do you want something extra fit? You want vegetarian? They've got it at HelloFresh. They send you the pre-portioned ingredients. You throw it together, and sometimes 20-minute meals, low prep, easy cleanup options, perfect for busy weekends. Get the details at HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. The code is BTShow16 for 16 free meals across 7 boxes, plus 3 free gifts. That's HelloFresh.com. Once again, the code BTShow16. 16 free meals, delicious food, 3 free gifts. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. That is HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Coming up, interesting news in the world of food for humans, but designed to be like cat food on purpose.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
And a weird Tony Hawk story. And have you ever done the Circle Line tour of New York City?
No.
You get in the boat and go around Hudson River, East River, Harlem River. It's in the news today.
Oh, cool.
In a very fun way. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Boy, this week in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky sure has a lot of dummies in town. It's the annual Ventriloquist convention.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show. I'm sorry? What did you say?
From the ventriloquism convention?
Yeah. And I'm not moving on this.
I can tell.
Oh, we can tell.
I can tell your lips are pretty still there. Jerry, what's the name of your partner?
Timmy.
Timmy?
It's Julie.
Can Timmy? Can Timmy speak into the phone? Hand in the phone.
You're going to drink some water.
Drink some water while talking to us. Okay,
go ahead.
I'll have to call you back.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
What's up, Tater Salad? Of course, that's his nickname. I'm Mark Allison. My nickname, Mike, Mark, whatever. I've come to answer to any of those, usually whatever, or hey you. Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. You can catch any part of the show you missed later today right there on our YouTube channel, and you can also stream the show live each morning as well. Just go to YouTube and search The Bob and Tom Show. It's just that simple. Coming up this morning, Becky Robinson. You may not know her, but she's a comedian and a voice actor. You've probably heard her. And our West Coast Mountain correspondent, Al Jackson, along with Jess Hooker. It's going to be a great morning. Thanks for being here with us. You're tuned to Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed. Closing arguments in Brittany Griner's cannabis possession case in Russia set for Thursday. That's nearly 6 months after the American basketball star was arrested at a Moscow airport in a case that has reached the highest levels of U.S.-Russia diplomacy. Griner faces up to 10 years in prison if convicted. A conviction appears almost certain given that Russian courts rarely acquit defendants. Griner's acknowledged there were vape canisters with cannabis oil in her luggage. Still, Russian judges have considerable latitude on sentencing. Still not clear when the verdict will be announced. If the two-time Olympic gold medalist does not go free, attention will turn to the high-stakes possibility of a prisoner swap. Closer to home, near record amounts of seaweed are smothering Caribbean coasts from Puerto Rico to Barbados, killing fish and other wildlife, choking tourism, and releasing stinky, noxious gases. Ugh. More than 24 million tons of sargassum blanketed the Atlantic in June, shattering the all-time record set back in 2018. Unusually large amounts of the brown algae have drifted into the Caribbean Sea, which have, of course, made it to the beaches. Scientists say the possible explanations include a rise in water temperatures and nitrogen-laden fertilizer and sewage nourishing the algae. Hope you're not planning your Caribbean vacation here in the next few days. That's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
It's Josh's 6th anniversary. What you failed to mention, luckily for Josh, the gift for the 6th anniversary is gravy. Gravy.
I enjoy gravy on many foods.
Josh refers to himself as half fat in his stand-up comedy act. What you failed to mention, his fellow stand-up comic brethren refer to him as half funny.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are two of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I worked the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
Good morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Bonjour, Bob and Tom.
Oh, it's
Pepe Escrote.
Pepe Lescrotum. Good morning,
Hi,
Pepe.
Pepe.
Como allez-vous with you?
Oh, we're fine.
Hi, Pepe.
I heard you were talking about my old job.
Your old job was?
Oui, collecting the non-urine.
Oh,
the
is that your job?
used in these fertility drugs.
Yes, it was a terrible, terrible job, and I'm glad I no longer do it.
Well, why was it so bad?
Well, you have to go around, collecting the urine. But I just wanted to call to tell you why they had to stop using it.
Why?
Well, it's a terrible, terrible thing. These babies, they were conceived and born with using the non-urine. When they came out, they would not cry when they were spanked.
They wouldn't?
No.
Why?
You had to wrap them across the hands with a ruler.
I see.
Hey, Chic McGee.
Yes, Pepe.
What are the only 3 words you need to know in French?
Oh, I know this one. That's right.
Thank you, Pepe Lescrotum.
Au revoir.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
I actually I have a sexual fantasy associated with the earthquake.
Go.
All right, woke chick up. In my fantasy, I am making love to this woman.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she feels the earth move beneath her.
Ah, yes.
And then she rolls over on top of me and shields me from debris. Safety first, everybody. Safety first.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans. Padoom, 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 and you're listening to
Night.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
Haven't gotten a song yet this hour.
We may have one, Pat. I got to give you a hint.
All right.
Your hint is Cracker Jack. Okay, start looking. Okay.
Everything Pat does is Cracker Jack.
Oh, yeah.
It all comes with a prize.
Exactly.
That's Josh Arnold talking. There's Ace Cosby.
That's often said. That's Josh Arnold talking.
Ace manning the track phone hotline. Hot phone. I'm Chick, and there's Tom.
Thank you very much. We were talking about cereals and toy surprises, and I asked if Cracker Jack still had the toy surprise. And I was trying to remember what Cracker Jack did last year, and I just found that I had remembered they had done something unusual. They did Cracker Jill.
Oh, that's right.
To celebrate women in sports.
Yeah, that was a fun thing.
Yeah, it's obviously it's just like Cracker Jack, of course, but without nuts. And naturally,
actually, I'd like that because I don't like the nuts.
Oh, I love the nuts.
You and I have nothing to talk about.
Nobody'd be here without nuts. Okay,
that's true. But
go ahead, fertilize that egg by yourself.
I don't know if the Cracker Jill thing is still out there.
It sounded to me like it was temporary, but
and they weren't in boxes, right? They were in bags. Remember, we had them in here. They were in chip bags, kind of.
Oh, cool!
Wasn't there a Cracker Jack breakfast cereal?
Was there?
Possibly.
I think so.
It's just popcorn, corn. Yeah, probably.
I don't know about that.
What about fiddle faddle? You got your fiddle faddle, your
Screaming Yellow Zonkers. Remember that?
Zonkers.
Oh, yeah.
Was that like?
Remember those?
And, Pat, didn't you date a cracker named Jill, and your prize was the crabs? Am I getting that story right?
That's true.
That is how that went. All right.
All right, we just need to get the facts here. Yeah.
Okay. Did we do a Cracker Jack song?
We left the Jill thing alone, but we did a Cracker Jack Coke. There was a Cracker
They did a
flavored cola. Yeah.
Flavored cracker.
How did the song go? I don't remember.
Went like this. Take me out to the ball game. Playoffs are fun in the fall. But why does my Pepsi taste like Cracker Jack? Give me a hot dog and take this crap back. I like root beer. I like root beer. That tastes like root beer. Hey, the Dodgers just got a hit. But a Cracker Jack flavored cola tastes like shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look clean. That's what we did, Tommy.
That's what.
Yeah. And did we do I think we did a gender neutral version of, because you get your Cracker Jack and your Cracker Jill.
Yeah.
And then you give one like a neutral name, like a Cracker Julian. Right?
Oh.
Could that go either way?
That's a male name.
Cracker Chris, Cracker Pat.
Hey,
Yeah.
Take them out to the ball game. Is everybody happy? Okay.
Actually, oddly enough, I don't think they are.
Something like this happens, always followed up with, is everybody happy? All right.
You know what? No one's ever happy. I mean, not everybody.
Should every gender food have its I don't know, binary opposite? So Little Debbie would be Little Daryl.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Well, I was in the Atlanta airport yesterday, and they the bathrooms, they still have the universal outlines for men and women.
Right.
And the men's is blue, and the ladies is pink. Is that going to go away? Or
Probably.
Like go to a purple and it just says restroom? I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah.
And could I have gone into the women's restroom and used the bathroom in there?
I identify as one of you. Don't stop your screaming. Stop your, please.
Shut it!
I just need to watch you to see how you do it.
The Atlanta airport?
Yeah.
Well, if I can re-emphasize this, scientists recently discovered the thinnest known material on Earth.
Yes.
That used a special atomic microscope to look at, and it was the toilet paper at the Atlanta airport. Did you have a chance to use that stuff?
I did have it.
Yeah.
And very...
Do you know that when you pull on it, if you get more than one square, you win the lottery.
Oh.
It is...
I took a roll home. I'm sanding down a Danette set. But
All right.
Hey, did I hear correctly that one person won the Mega Millions?
Yeah, we have that story coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
1.337 billion.
The odds of them being a Bob and Tom listener
are great.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
So, nothing says thank you like dollars. So, we'd like to thank us.
But Chick, there's a difference between a listener and a fan, isn't
yeah, there sure is. And an unhinged fan would have to be in there somewhere.
The cash option.
Yeah, get a load of this.
780.5 million.
You want me to go ahead and do the story
Sure.
now?
That's tax-free, Daddy. You paid your taxes.
A single ticket bought in a Chicago suburb won a $1.337 billion Mega Millions jackpot. According to megamillions.com, there was one jackpot-winning ticket in the recent draw. It was bought at a Speedway gas station and convenience store in Des Plaines. According to the Illinois Lottery...
That means...
The Plains.
Plains.
And Hervey Village has the honorary.
Wasn't he from
there? Yeah, he's from there. He's the honorary mayor.
Des Plains, okay.
Remember Hervey went to the donut shop?
Did he?
Yeah. He ordered de-plane, and de-chocolate.
I used to hang out
where that donut shop was.
No, I don't.
It was in Florida.
Oh, where?
DeLand.
Why was it in DeLand? Why do they call it DeLand?
It's near DC. Okay, thank you very much.
I used to hang out with Hervey, but he'd always try to borrow money.
Oh, really? Why is that?
He was a little short.
I see.
According to the Illinois Lottery, the store that sold the ticket will receive $500,000. The winner has not yet claimed their prize. The jackpot was the nation's third largest lottery prize. Most winners opt for the cash option, which Tom mentioned would be $780.5 million.
And whoever won does not have to go public.
Right.
Yeah, no, good.
Yeah, and the odds of winning are 1 in 302.5 million.
It used to be that you had to participate in the promotional. If you won, you had to be on. Yeah, I don't know how they got around that. I think someone sued probably and then said, "Okay, you can remain anonymous." That would be the way to do it.
How long do you have before you can claim?
A year.
A year?
That's it.
That's it.
They'll get it worked out before then.
My God, if you bought a ticket at that Speedway gas station, you don't think you're going through every number?
And I believe I heard the payout is only like 20 years. It's 20 years or something, so that's not a bad option.
To do the
this says most people take the cash out.
Right, but the monthly the installments though for 20 years.
Yeah.
How much was it? I wasn't listening.
The billions? 1.337 billion.
But how much is the if you take it all in every month?
I don't know. We didn't. I don't think we have the difference.
It's enough. The answer is enough.
Enough.
And you'll be meeting every fourth cousin and hearing from every human being.
Yeah, I don't know what the taxes are on that, and then you would get the 20 years. Yeah.
But anyway, wow. Well, your odds are 1 in 300 plus millions.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see what happens. Good luck to you. Hope you have the ticket out there.
Yeah, more sports coming up.
Also, we have a couple of world records that are kind of interesting, I think.
I have a beef problem with one of the world records.
And we have a drunk lady driving a golf cart on one of the busiest freeways in America. And guess what? Drunk. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. We'll find out about all those things. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next.
You use the sheepskin that you
Let's
use?
not talk about the sheep.
Okay.
Brings up some really sad memories.
Okay. Well, no, I know you got
It's tough when you name them.
It's a tough breakup.
Yep. This is an original song from the Electric Amish. Can you guys favor us with a tune?
Yeah, we play all originals because, of course, we're not even allowed to listen to the radio, so I don't even know what you guys hear.
Yeah, that's true. Well, go ahead, but I'd love to hear it.
Well, all right. This is a little song goes a little something like this. It kind of tells you who we are.
Oh.
Carl, would you look at Barry back there? He's playing those drums like a crazy Mennonite.
Yeah, for that he will surely burn in hell.
We start to have some fun, I say.
Come on, Greta, lights and lamps. We're making lots of noise, but we don't got no amps. We are an Amish band. We are an Amish band. We'll help you build a barn. We just don't give a darn. We are an Amish
butter, Frays make pies. Smell of their cider, about to make me high. Now these young maidens, they had a plan. They was out to meet us boys in the band. They said, the parson's gone, now's our chance. And we proceeded to have a big square dance. We are an Amish band. We are an Amish band. We'll stay all night and play, but first we all must pray. We are an Amish band. Give it up for Graber.
Oh, merciful God, please let the rest of this solo really jam.
We are an Amish band. We are an Amish band. And a boy, Graber. We'll help you build a barn. We just don't give a darn. We are an Amish band. We are an Amish band. Yeah, yeah. We are an Amish band. Yeah, yeah. We are an Amish band. Yeah, yeah.
Hi, the Electric Amish, ladies and gentlemen.
Norman, honey, what you doing? It's getting late.
I'm downstairs, honey. Just getting some cereal. Snookums.
Thank God he found it. I was getting desperate. I hope this works. You know, Judy tried it with Ted, and she said he's become insatiable.
Boy, will Snookums be in for a treat, because her hubby is chomping on the new cereal for men who are sexually dysfunctional. It's Nuttin' Raisin, honey.
This sure is tasty. Honey, I'll be right up.
Nuttin' Raisin Honey, the cereal that gets you up in the morning, or any time for that matter. Nuttin' Raisin Honey. Ladies, he'll love the taste, and you'll love that filling feeling.
Oh, my God, Norman, where did you get that thing?
Nuttin' Raisin Honey from Post. Who else? Nuttin' Raisin Honey, coming to a store near you. Nuttin' Raisin Honey, eat them from the bowl or right out of the box.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. So that's how you know you're too high.
I think the fetching the towel deserves a thank you. The one guy called in that. Yeah.
Tossing the towel to you?
Sure. That deserves a thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, but you don't want to do a thing where you come out with a hand towel and you go, oh, wait a minute, you probably want this one, and then you throw the
big wet towel. No, you don't.
Implying.
What's something you were talking about earlier?
Stadium beers.
Your money shot you were saying was.
It's like 24 ounces.
So I don't know if this is with age, but I don't really have what you'd call a money shot. Mine just kind of quietly leaves the party. It's more of a will you take a check shot.
Kind of just slip out the side door.
Just kind of moseys out.
That's my favorite joke of the year. Just kind of quietly leaves the party.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright. 'Cause I'm blind. Jeez.
You don't say we didn't warn you.
I'm warning you, don't do that.
There's laughter ahead.
I should be having a better time if this is a Hello and welcome to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey there.
We squeezed his head last hour. We got a song out of him, didn't we? Yeah, we did. There's Josh Arnold.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. He's manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. Willie Griswold on assignment. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
We're actually exploring the world of sports. We have some interesting things coming up in the form of world records.
This is one of the weirdest sports stories, especially since it's not a world record, that this reporter has ever had the displeasure of passing along.
Oh, okay.
Legendary skater Tony Hawk. We're fine. Made a surprise appearance during a live show. Still okay.
All right.
That featured a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater cover band.
This is where this gets confusing. I didn't understand it at first, but
were they all skating?
It's the band. It's a band from the UK called The 900. That's named after a very difficult skateboard move. They were playing a show at Hagerstown, London, where they were joined by Tony Hawk himself on stage.
Chick, do they do music from the game?
The band, the 900, exclusively plays songs that appear in the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater video game series.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
But it's not like incidental music. It's like
songs.
Right.
songs
Real
that
songs?
They,
Yeah. Yeah, people get excited when they're selected to be on those games and stuff. Yeah.
It'll be like Megadeth or whatever, and there's some video of Tony Hawk on stage. It's like this bar band. They're having a great time.
Cool.
Yeah,
Here's
I
some
bet they
audio.
Made his day. Made their day.
Is this the band or a song that they?
This is the band performing.
The 900
live.
is the name of the band.
And all they do is music from the Tony Hawk videos. Here we go.
I heard you joined the party. Enjoy. Here we go. You might know this song.
Good one.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's either Real Big Fish or Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Yeah.
It does
Especially ska.
sound familiar, yeah.
I think it's the Boss Tones. Or maybe it's Goldfinger.
This is the theme song to write songs on meth with.
Yeah.
Faster, faster, faster.
This says.
So that was Tony Hawk, huh?
This is Tony Hawk gets on stage with the band. Says he seems to be increasingly doing his post-pro skating career, settling into a Bill Murray-esque lifestyle.
Well, good for
Oh, yeah, just popping in.
Showing up at weddings, like Bill Murray does. Yeah, very funny. But yeah, this what an odd thing for a band. All they do are songs that appear in Tony Hawk videos.
Well, it would be better instead of a band that devoted their life to Pac-Man and all they do is music played on Pac-Man, which would waka 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 stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was
One
a lot
trick
funnier.
pony.
It was a lot funnier in my head.
Yeah.
I
love
it.
Here we go. Here's some of the samples. They play Rage Against the Machine, Fu Manchu.
Most men smoke, but Fu Manchu.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Boy.
Thank you very much.
But they're having a good time.
Sound like a party.
Yeah, I don't know much about the Tony Hawk games, but I'm sure I suppose some of the people in the audience, when Tony Hawk got up there, they go, "Is that the bass player's dad? Who is that guy?"
I think if you're going to see a Tony Hawk band, you're going to know who Tony Hawk is.
I hope.
Yeah.
Okay. But I did not know that was a category of bands.
I didn't either. That's cool.
That's very, very interesting.
Do you remember Dave Letterman's last top 10 list? They had all these celebrities like Jerry Seinfeld, Julie, Tina Fey, Alec Baldwin, Steve Martin. But the last one was the number one reason, the number one things I'd always want to say to Dave Letterman. And Bill Murray was the last one, which would be the number one thing.
Right.
And he said, "Dave, I'll never have the money that I owe you." I don't know if he wrote that or our buddy Bill Sheff wrote that, but that's
that was wonderful.
Very funny. Yes.
What else is happening in sports?
Oh goodness gracious! Is it that time? Stupid world record. David Rush has paired up with multi-world record holder Chris Knight, not from the Brady Bunch. Not from...
not Christopher Knight of the Brady Bunch fame.
And furniture fame. Chris Knight also does furniture.
Oh, he sure does. Yeah, I have some of his cushions for my outdoor furniture.
I need a table, a new outdoor table. Anyway, they Chris Knight and David Rush, they're taking on another Frisbee-related Guinness World Records title. Standing about 10 feet apart, the two caught a Frisbee 12,345 times to break the record for most consecutive Frisbee catches.
All right. No drops.
The successful attempt, which beats the previous record of 2,944 catches.
Yeah, I'll say.
What?
By a little
10,000 more?
Yeah, but the new record is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 12,345.
That's weird.
Took them 3 hours, 58 minutes, and 4 seconds. And they're 10 feet apart.
No, it sounds horrible.
Yes, Tom, I watched the whole video.
No, I was just watching a little bit, and it's really sad. There's a dog in the window, just head going back, forth, back, forth.
That is sad.
10 feet isn't very far apart.
No.
That's like
but I mean,
handed to
yeah,
him.
but for 4 hours.
Well, it seems like anybody could break the record. if you would just have the time.
After a while, and then you slip and whammo, there you've dropped it.
Whammo.
Whammo, everybody.
Start over.
Start over.
See, that's when companies knew how to name the company. Let's call it Whammo.
Yeah.
Frisbee. It's a great name. How would you like to have to be these? Is the word adjudicator the person that
has to stand there and count?
The Guinness representative?
Someone has to sit there and watch that video for 4 hours.
Probably with a little clicker.
No, I think don't you have to be there live?
I don't think they have to. I think that I think you have to have a certain number of camera angles.
Oh, okay. Because it seems like you could fake it.
Right.
Yeah. I would. This is probably the real world record. How many was it? 10,000 Frisbee catches back and forth.
12,300. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I wonder if that record was broken. I would think, like at the parking lot of a fish show.
There's a chance.
A couple of stoners.
Just undocumented.
Solo. Hey, man, here's the Frisbee, man. Okay. Well,
hey,
very good.
This is your buddy, David Rush.
Oh, I know. No, 4 hours. Can you imagine how boring that would be?
What about the?
I'm bored talking about it.
Can you take a potty break?
Oh no, I hope not.
You couldn't.
Or if you do, you have to keep
You'd have
throwing.
to wear a diaper.
I think you have to go in your pants.
Yeah.
Well, you can take it out and pee while you're still playing Frisbee.
You can take it out and pee.
Well, you could.
In fact, I'd pee on the Frisbee and go, you have to catch it.
You need somebody to catch your pee. Are they outside?
I hope so. They better be. No Frisbee in the house. Haven't you heard any mom?
No football in the house, no Frisbee, no baseball. Come on.
10 feet. You could do that in your living room.
But again,
you must live in a very nice house to have a 10 feet.
I can't tell. It looks like they're in a big, like a bank lobby or something, because there's some huge plants. But so I think they're indoors.
They are indoors?
My apologies, Christy. I would have thought outdoors, of course.
Indoors.
In fact, I think it should be because then you have to deal with wind.
Wind-aided.
Yeah.
Man. Huge plants outside. They're called trees.
Thank you, Pat.
Thank you very much.
The video, it appears that they are in fact indoors. So congratulations once again to Mr. Rush. But that isn't the only record we have today.
No, it's certainly not. This is the one I have the beef about.
Oh.
World record. A girl in India has broken the Guinness World Record for the fastest time to limbo skate under 20 cars.
Now, limbo skating, I didn't know what it meant.
But hang on. My beef is she's 7 years old.
Ah, man, I don't know. I'm still impressed. Are these cars? They're not lifted.
No,
but how?
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
How big could she be?
It's not
she's
that.
7.
The skates are already put you.
Exactly. I'm with you.
The height of the skates would put you underneath the car, like.
According to the newspaper,
she'd have to be under her skate.
I don't know how she did this.
According to the newspaper, the poon mirror. I'm sorry, the poon.
Which one?
The poon.
One's for old people, and the other.
It's the poon mirror.
How do you spell it?
P-U-N-E. Poon.
Oh, the poon. Oh, okay. Because do you have a poon mirror?
Yeah.
You know that old joke where the guy goes, "Hey, look, whatever you do, don't fall in that canyon."
Oh gosh.
Isn't there something with a 2x4 or something?
Miss Deshna Aditya Nahar earned the title after skating underneath 20 cars in 13.74 seconds. The sport involves participants on roller skates performing splits to skate underneath.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, she's definitely doing the splits.
But she's tiny.
It's amazing.
She is below her, almost like where her wheels are.
There's legitimate risk here.
It should be what? She's going to hit her head on a U-joint? Who cares?
Yes.
So what?
I'll tell you what, I can see.
Hey, how about me knowing where the U-joint is? Come on. Okay, go ahead.
Job at Jiffy Lube in her future.
Yes.
You got that going.
Yeah, that's great. Why don't you limbo skate out there and change my oil?
We got a loose muffler over there in Bay 7. So you're saying the key to this record is being 7.
And limber. It's not just... And
she's doing the splits.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It is. That is amazing.
But
On
it
wheels.
should be an 18-year-old and up. It shouldn't be children.
An 18-year-old couldn't even do it.
Well, of course. That's...
Unless it was monster cars. Or monster trucks.
Well, most people in the trunk, there were 35 of them. Well, they were babies.
Well, yeah, then I'm with you on that.
Does it give a time?
13.74 seconds.
Flat?
Very.
You know what? That's very funny. And I didn't see it coming.
I didn't either.
Sucked me right in.
Right now, that joke would have been 10% funnier if you'd been listening on Raycon earbuds. How do I know about Raycon earbuds? Chick McGee told me about them.
I sure did. Even before they were a sponsor, I brought him in. Here, listen to these. And I jammed him in his ears, and he was immediately won over. Raycon's everyday earbuds look, feel, and sound better than ever, with 3 sound profiles to match whatever you're listening to. Maybe you're listening to the 900, the Tony Hawk Band. They feature noise isolation and awareness mode, so you can listen. You can choose to be immersed in sound or tune into your surroundings when you need to. You listen while you travel or during a grueling workout. Oh, I shut the sound out of the plane yesterday flying. Oh, that's the way to. That's the only way to travel. With optimized gel tips that fit every ear ever made. The earbuds are comfortable enough for all-day wear, and they do not budge. And Raycon, you also get 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life, and you get all that for half the price of other premium audio brands. No wonder Raycon's everyday earbuds have over 49,000 5-star reviews. And right now, go to buyraycon.com/Tom and get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off your Raycons. One more time, the address for the special offer, buyraycon.com/Tom.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I'm trying to subscribe to the that newspaper you were talking about, the Poon Mirror.
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound like something in the back of some pervert like Hustler magazine? Hey, see that? I got myself a Poon Mirror.
Boy.
Fits in my shoe.
It's a paper. We'll give you the inside scoop.
When we come back, what do we have coming up in sports?
I'll dig up something.
Okay.
You keep your mouth shut.
That'll hold it.
There you go.
We have
an interesting South Korea story today about garlic.
Did you guys know I lived there for a little bit?
I know you did. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Did I talk about it too much?
Yeah.
Yeah, you talk.
Yeah, kind of.
And we have why you shouldn't drive a golf cart on a freeway. Drunk.
Well, there's a lot of reasons.
When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show. Thank you, Josh. Made my day. Could you get the phone for me?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, fellas.
Oh, hey, Floyd.
Hi, Floyd.
I've enjoyed your Chick Has the Flu program.
Chick's got the flu. We've got Jeff Oskey sitting in for him.
I heard you talking about adult bookstores a few minutes ago.
Well, Christy was talking about how she was in one.
You know, as a lifetime member of the Lions Den,
yes,
I've been through my fair share of adult bookstores. The hardest part is trying to get my rascal back through them thin hallways. 8 shows, of course, and then sometimes you'll have a fella headed out while I'm trying to head in. It's kind of like playing the bumper cars. I have a hard time navigating in places like that in the scooter. Last time I kindly got stuck trying to head out. And I hit what I thought was a speed bump. It didn't have enough juice in my battery to get over it, so I called for the clerk. He put the toenail clippers down and then raised the fuss about it. And I said, why the hell you raising the fuss? Put a speed bump right in the middle of an aisle, and I'm trying to get out. He explained it wasn't a speed bump, just a double donger that fell off the shelf. It worked like a set of stop sticks on my rascal. They've got just about everything in there. You know, I always enjoy the selection of music, of course. Most of them play the hits of the 70s, 80s, 90s, and today. Something I like to do, walk out of an adult bookstore and act like you got gum on the bottom of your shoe.
Oh, yes.
Then pick it off and hold it up to your nose and say, I can't believe it ain't butter.
Oh. Boy.
That pick a shine. Christy, I don't know if you've ever been to the Lions Den, but we still got $12 left on the gift card I can send you.
No, that's okay. Thank you.
I recommend you wear your Crocs. Good night.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hello, Americans. It's that time of year again. You received your tax forms in the mail, and now it's time to settle up with the IRS. When it comes to tax preparation, well, listen to this. Honey, we got our tax forms.
Are you going to try to do it yourself again this year?
I don't know. It's such a pain in the butt. Taxes can be a pain in the butt. That's why you should let the specialists at Tax Preparation H Incorporated do your taxes for you. Tax Preparation H Incorporated relieves the pain often associated with filing your taxes. And Tax Preparation H Incorporated can reduce those piles of paperwork to one small form that you simply have to sign and file.
Did you go to Tax Preparation H Incorporated?
I sure did.
Do we owe much?
Yep. Oh, we really got reamed by the IRS. Well, I'll tell you, it doesn't hurt as much thanks to Tax Preparation H Incorporated. Tax Preparation H Incorporated. We're just itching to do your return. Tax Preparation H Incorporated. Hey, and if you want, we'll even tell Uncle Sam to shove it up his...
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
Also joining us in the studio, comedian John Bazaar.
Well, I find that now that I need a woman, I mean, integrity, strength of character, honesty, but really the most important thing, got to have a big ass. I may be outside the pale on this one, judging by all the magazine covers I see, but I'm done with these ectoskeletal, wafer-thin, rice cake chomping chicks with the Ally McBeal arms and those heroin-looking legs. Yeah. Even the three little pigs knew you don't build something out of sticks if you're going to spend any time inside.
Comedian Diana Jordan is here with us. Now, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Since you've been here last, have you had any augmentation of any kind?
No.
Okay. Must be.
I'm wearing the Wonder Bra.
Is that, are you kidding?
No. I just showed it.
Impressive.
Yeah. They call it the Wonder Bra because when you take it off, the guy wonders where in the hell you're.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Don't.
The Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 20.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
We were talking about Cracker Jack earlier. They've got to be thrilled that they're part of what brand name is part of a famous song as much as Cracker Jack?
Yeah.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack.
Well, but that's only the one song.
Right? Yeah, but I mean,
that's a hell of a song, though.
It's a classic. It's played every day at every ball game. And,
but isn't Cracker Jack kind of like, don't be a Cracker Jack? Like kind of a...
No, I think it's the opposite. It's like, Cracker Jack. Like it means something
great.
good. Yeah.
Oh, it does?
Mm-hmm. Here we go. In the late 19th century, the pairing of crack and jack to form Cracker Jack topped off a long history. Cracker is an elongation of the word crack, meaning expert or superior.
Well, yeah.
Like a safe crack.
Yeah, so...
it's Cracker.
So that's a good thing, Cracker Jack. Of course...
you like a cracker, Tom? Like a biscotti or...
occasional cracker?
I like a table waiter. Is that what they're called? Table
Now,
water
Josh, in your case...
Table waiter.
I've got a letter here.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Regarding Cracker Jack.
Yeah.
Comes to us from Eric with a K.
Hello.
Dear Jack Wagons. You see, this is going to be great.
Huh.
I thought Cracker Jack is what Josh does while waiting for his pizza to be delivered. Okay. All right.
I don't get that at all.
Thank you, Eric.
That's hurtful.
That wasn't a letter for me. That was a letter for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Could you answer the phone, please?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
I don't mean to be all show-offy today, but I'm pretty sure I won that Mega Millions lottery for like $1.2 billion.
Oh, did you buy the ticket? It was at Des Plaines, Illinois, at the Speedway. Did you buy your ticket there?
I've been advised that it ain't none of your business where I bought my ticket at, okay? I'll tell you this much. I pretty much already got it all spent.
Now, what'd you buy?
Well, the first thing I did was get my Uncle Sonny with an in-ground pool that he's always wanted, just like rich people have.
Sure.
Plus, I saved a ton of money just by having the pool company dig a hole and drop his old above-ground pool smack dab in it.
Oh,
nice.
Save space, create shovel-ready jobs. Second, I had them re-chrome all the stripper poles at Xanadu's. Because the poles were so old, strippers were having a hard time spinning on antique brass.
Oh,
yikes.
But now they're making more turns than Jimmy Spencer at Golden Corral. Oh, and plus some rusty poles gave my mom Phyllis some nasty Z-mark stains on her legs and crotch. And that's just hard to explain to the dudes on Pervert Row, you know.
Yeah, rust stains in the panties. Yeah, hard to.
Even the regulars. Third and foremost, I had my truck nuts dipped in 14-karat gold.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Yeah, that way when people ride my bumper and see them gold-dip danglers, they'll know I have class.
Yeah, sure.
And lastly, I wasn't even planning on it, but it was just too good of a price. I bought Blockbuster movie rentals, and I couldn't turn it down. It only cost me $1,700.
Not bad.
For the whole company.
It's awesome. I got 27 copies of The Sixth Sense. Remember that one, John?
Yeah, oh, sure, yeah.
27 copies of Blair Witch Project.
Oh, yeah, that's a creepy one.
And came with a whole bunch of microwave popcorn tubs, too. So I'll be tripling my money in no time. Unlike you peasants, I make my money off of profits.
Okay.
All right, I just keep it making me and stick it on this place. I put it in a spot where I knew I wouldn't lose it.
Where's that?
You know? Just like my keys all the time. But I know it's just God's way of making sure I don't blow it before I show it. Oh, and spoiler alert, my boat's no longer on the market.
Really?
Yeah, first off, I won't need the money, Christy, and just like they say about ex-girlfriends, cheaper to keep her.
Okay, thanks, Donnie.
Oh, no more child support for you, Donnie.
Donnie thinks he won the lottery. Okay.
Yeah, maybe you'll start getting child support.
Yeah, maybe. Can you imagine if Donnie won the lottery?
Oh,
Really?
boy.
Wow. No.
Anybody want to take a shot at the most popular VHS tapes of all time?
VHS.
Oh, I would like to take a shot at this.
VHS tapes, most popular.
Most sold.
The number.
Most sold?
Wait a second. Hang on a second.
Most sold.
Wait a minute.
Most sold, the number's 32 million.
32 million copies, all right.
32 million
because
copies.
I've got the top, what do I got? Well, I've got the top 5 right here.
I'm going to say The Lion King is in the top 5.
Well, so much for that. Yes, it's The Lion King. You're right, John.
Is he right?
Yeah, Lion
One
King.
can guess, right?
Yeah, but I didn't want you to guess so quickly.
Right.
That's amazing.
Now, let's try it again, and no one knows what the answer is.
The top 5.
A Lion King, 32 million. Aladdin, 30 million. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, 28 million.
Yeah.
And then Titanic, 25 million.
Huh.
All right.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, they used to have a list in USA Today every week of the most rented videos.
Right.
And that was always really interesting. I know Jim Belushi at one point was the big star of that.
Isn't that funny?
He was he's a very appealing guy, nice guy.
Yeah.
Now a cannabis grower.
Really?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I think in Oregon he's got a big farm, I believe. But yeah, there was and I remember at one point, one week the Jeff Foxworthy team.
That thing was huge.
Blue collar?
Yeah.
Blue collar comedy, and that it was one of the biggest rentals every week.
Huh.
Yeah.
But so those are purchases. I'd be very curious to see if anyone has stats on what was the most rented over time.
I plainly remember buying Halloween when it came out on VHS for like $79.
I was going to say, it must have been.
Yeah, it was nuts how much it cost.
But well worth it.
Yeah, once or twice, and then, yeah, always in the closet.
Oh, for Pete's sake, one of the finest thrillers ever. It absolutely.
No, John, she's in the closet. He's not going to die. Uh-oh, he's already dead. Wait a minute, what?
Okay, could we move on?
It's stuck in his face.
Well, Christy, wait a minute, you have more sports?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God, no.
Wait a minute.
My video tape update is...
Okay.
This is what you farted for.
Because I've got a sporting thing by request here.
What do you have?
Tom has a sporting thing.
Tom, what do you have, buddy?
Well, we did a little tribute earlier this morning to Vin Scully. A great baseball.
That's right, Tom.
Started with the Brooklyn Dodgers. Moved there shortly after the team.
The Brooklyn Trolley Dodgers. That's right.
That's right. They're very, very good.
I I didn't know that.
This is a classic piece from comedian Dan St. Paul. It's about the very first baseball game and the first announcers. And, well, here it is.
Dan St. Paul is our guest. Now, we were talking about the fact that you're from San Francisco and you live there with your wife and your son.
Yeah.
And you're a sports fan, and particularly, I know you're a baseball fan.
Yes.
And a big Harry Carey fan.
Yes. Oh, I love Harry Carey. I have to tell you, though, that we have a female announcer at the ballpark in San Francisco.
That's right.
Sherry Davis. Did I ever tell you that? And I went to the game before the strike last year, and it's very strange because she sounds like the phone company lady. It's weird. It's like... The third baseman is number 9, Matt Williams. Please make a note of it. and then if there's a pinch hitter, it's the batter, number 10, Royce Clayton. Has been changed.
Oh, that's the best.
I'm an old school guy. I can't handle it.
You like the male announcers,
Big Harry Carey fan. I love it. I love Harry Carey, and I love and I just Harry, of course, did the first baseball game ever played. You guys are aware of that.
Sure.
Yeah, he was the only guy around at that time.
Sure.
To do that game, and. It was wonderful. I got an old tape of it, and I listened to it all the time. Hello, fans. This is Harry Carey. Welcome to today's game between the Bethlehem Braves and the Jerusalem Giants. Kind of a sparse crowd here today, as a plague of locusts has made it tough to get out to the ballpark. You can hear the vendors, though. Hey, manna, get your manna. Who wants bread from heaven? It's hot. It's fresh. It just fell. Hot manna here. Penance. Our Father's Hail Marys. Can't get absolution without an act of contrition. Who wants a rosary here? Water. Uh-oh. Wine. Who wants wine now? Peter looks into Jesus for the sign. Jesus gives him the sign. Holy cow! Peter denies it. He gives it to him again. He denies it again. Once more. That's 3 times, and Jesus is out to give Peter a sermon on the mound. Jesus, of course, the big hero in yesterday's game, came up in the bottom of the 9th with the Braves down 3-0 and hit a bases-empty grand slam. Fans, we haven't had a miracle like that since we had Fishes and Loaves night here. I had a chance to talk with the Savior after the game, and this is what he had to say. Well, Harry, the ball was on the outside part of the plate. I was not time to make contact. First of all, I want to thank my father for loading the bases. Muchas gracias, señor. And also the Holy Ghost for breaking up the double play. Back to live action. Lazarus up to the plate now. What's that? Oh, I'm sorry. Lazarus up to the plate now. Here's the pitch. Oh, no, he's hit. He's hurt. He's down. Holy cow, he's dead. But wait a minute. He gets back up. That's the 6th time this week. That kid can take one for the team. Abraham up to the plate now, probably up here to sacrifice. Infield drawn in for the Patriarch, and now there's some action in the Bethlehem bullpen. I can't quite make out the back of his robe. It is the big number 10, Moses, just called up from the Burning Bush League. Already gaining a reputation for that lightning-fast pickoff move, reminding those runners that thou shalt not steal. Let's give it over to Steve Stone. Thank you, Harry. Fans, you want to be here this Tuesday night when the Braves meet the Calvary Cubs. It's going to be Nabisco Communion Wafer Day here at the ballpark. All fans 33 and under get a free Eucharist signed by the Saviors. Fans, Nabisco Communion Wafers go down smooth. Won't stick to the roof of your mouth like those cheap imitation sacraments. Sure, they cost a little more, but when it comes to your eternal salvation, isn't it worth that extra buck in the collection plate? Remember, fans, the next time you go to the rail for that body and blood, ask for the host with the most. Ask for Nabisco. Thanks, Steve, here's some scores now from around the league. A big upset. David 1, Goliath nothing. Ends a long win streak for the big guy. Oh, no, Job is on the 15-day disabled list with a bad case of leprosy. Pulled a hamstring. Pulled it right off. The Angels have sent Lucifer down. That's a shame. When that fellow was in his prime, he could throw some heat. This year, his earned run average has ballooned to a hefty 6. And here's a partial score. Sodom and Gomorrah still tied at 69.
Dan St. Paul and the classic first baseball game, sending it out to Vin Scully, the great baseball announcer who is no longer with us.
Growing up, I always thought it was Vince Scully.
So did I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were wrong.
I know.
It's exciting.
Yeah, thank you. I thought you might enjoy it.
Thinking math, those were Vince diagrams?
No, I thought they were Vents diagrams.
Very good, thank you. Thank you very much. We have Christy Lee over there at the Bob and Tom news desk. What have we missed?
Well, officials are saying a woman was caught driving a golf cart on Florida's busiest interstate while drunk.
Anybody see a Titleist?
Oh, that's right.
You know what? Your what is that? Mental telepathy is working because this was near Titusville.
Oh, I love Titusville. You realize? Think about this. Titusville.
Yes.
Drop that U.
Oh, ooh. Yep. Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
I see what you're doing.
Everybody's going down.
There was National Boob Day recently.
You just said what you did there was not say Ville. If we could go ahead and.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I was.
See, Ville is not the objection. But I admire you.
I used to live right near Titusville, and believe me, everybody drops the U.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
According
well, I got to get my oil change. I'm heading down.
According to Florida Highway Patrol arrest report, a semi driver spotted the woman driving the golf cart in the center lane of I-95, which is the busiest highway. The truck driver used her semi to steer the golf cart to the shoulder before grabbing the keys to the cart as the woman attempted to drive away.
Oh.
Responding troopers reported the 58-year-old golf cart driver began arguing with them and insisted she needed her bag, where troopers found an open bottle of Jack Daniels, Tennessee Fine Whiskey.
There you go.
The woman was arrested on charges of disorderly intoxication in a public place and resisting an officer without violence.
Man, oh man.
They say she paid her bail. And she got out after 4 days. Once again, Titusville without the U.
Yeah.
So, she... although she's already been elected to the House of Representatives. Yeah, that's the kind of quality. Yeah, she needs to be in Congress. We need more like her. She's got a golf cart on the freeway.
Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy.
Pat, you're giving me the look. You got something going over there?
Oh, look at this.
Take a shot of whiskey.
Yes.
Golf cart on the highway. Feeling a little frisky. Getting crazy today. Lost her license, so she grabbed a golf cart and bought a bottle and went for a ride. 12 miles an hour, baby, on I-95. Like a true Florida child, drunk as F, acting wild. She woke up today and got real high. And she also got another DUI. Everybody! Another DUI. Golf cart on the highway.
Congratulations, ma'am. When we come back, Christy, give me the teaser.
Well, we have an interesting way to conserve energy, and it involves neckties. And we also have an interesting Hitler story in the news.
It's a really weird story.
It's very weird. And a garlic ad has to be pulled in South Korea.
Really?
Yes.
Is South Korean cuisine big on garlic?
Yes. Yeah. They would give you garlic with every... almost every meal.
That might be why you talked about earlier. Your smell changed.
It sure did. Yeah. What? Yeah. Like living over there, my body odor changed. I think based on all the food.
How do you know?
I could smell myself. And I was like, this doesn't smell how I normally smell.
So when you get up in the morning, do you walk up to your clothes and...
I smell pretty good.
No, this
one's still okay.
No, I have maybe on the weekends I do that. Yeah.
Okay.
This one still smells like
the kimchi thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that
all the
probably
spices
has something to do with it.
Yeah.
So you'd have to smell your own clothes then, right? Or do you?
Well, when I would work out, yes, I worked out in Korea. Listen to that.
Yeah.
It's as though I just slipped on a banana peel.
That's the best punchline all morning.
What kind of workout did you do?
I went to a gym and I lifted weights and I would walk on the treadmill there.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that something you only do abroad?
I can see.
Crispy for the win.
That's right, Christy.
I'm limited to.
Everybody else go home.
He's got gym shorts that hold his passport.
I only work out when I'm living in another country.
Well,
International Josh is very fit.
You wouldn't recognize me.
Sorry, Josh.
No, I'm laughing. We're going to take a short break. I forgot what I was going to say. You can catch the show on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and search for The Bob and Tom Show. If anything you missed, you could watch Pat do his little song. That was very nice, Pat. Thank you very much. When we come back, we have cats, zebras, Hitler, all in the same segment. This is The Bob and Tom Show.
More Bob and Tom next. Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
You want to learn how to avoid a-holes in your life?
Yeah,
I do.
Yes, I do.
I do, Christy. I come in early.
Apparently, there is a gentleman, Robert Sutton, a professor of organizational behavior and engineering at Stanford University, has written 2 books about a-holes and how people can survive them. Here are his suggestions.
Pretty easy.
Steps to avoid and change the a-hole in your life.
Does it involve not going to an axe hurling bar?
Number 1, create physical distance. One of the most reliable ways to become an a-hole is to be around them. I've got to go.
I am out of here.
Lan. Repeatedly.
Oh, God. Thanks, I needed that.
Is that masturbation?
Yeah, I think that's the scientific.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
And a good morning to you. My name is Mark Allison. Hey, remember, you can treat yourself right now at bobandtomstore.com. Brand new Bob and Tom hoodies, hooded zips, collared work shirts, even the Bob and Tom Show hat. I'm still trying to get every trucker across the country in a Bob and Tom Show hat. There's a lot of truckers out there. I know. I was just on the road seeing all of them and looking for those Bob and Tom Show hats. Perhaps you can help join us in this nationwide movement. By the way, our clothing size is small up to 5XL. If we don't have your size, check back. We're always restocking at bobandtomstore.com. You want some Bob and Tom gear? You've got a fan of the Bob and Tom Show in your life. You want to hook them up with some Bob and Tom Show merchandise? That's where you head. bobandtomstore.com. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7 on a Thursday. It's August 4th, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Dolly Parton is honored to be one of the recipients of the Carnegie Medal of Philanthropy, given by Carnegie institutions to honor innovative philanthropists. Parton says in a statement she's always believed if she were in a position to help, she should, and that she tries to support things that have special meaning for her and hopes everyone can find something they're passionate about supporting. Parton and 4 other award winners will receive their medals in a private ceremony in New York on October 13th. It was almost in the can, as they say in the movie biz, but the film Batgirl has now ended up in the trash. That's right. The studio that paid $90 million have simply thrown it away. Warner Brothers has decided not to release the film, which was planned for HBO Max. It's not going to come out in theaters either. Apparently, if a film is considered beneath a studio's standards, it's quietly dumped or sold to someone. But to publicly announce that a movie will never see the light of day is pretty unusual. And the actor who puts the gray in Grey's Anatomy, cutting back on her workload on the ABC drama, Ellen Pompeo, will be only on 8 episodes of the series when it comes back for its 19th season this fall. She will continue, though, to serve as executive producer and the show's narrator. Pompeo is prepping to star in a series that will air on Hulu, which, like ABC, is a corporate sibling under Disney. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
His name is Apollo Johnson, and he's America's #1 astronaut. But he's also a well-endowed ladies' man. Monumental Pictures proudly presents Apollo 13 and a half.
Oh, Apollo, your rocket is so big. Ugh.
Adult film star Dick Mahogany in his first starring role since Shaft's Lethal Weapon is astronaut Apollo Johnson. And when he's not orbiting the Earth, he's going around the world. Apollo Johnson, he's not just an astronaut, he's a charter member of the 100,000 Mile High Club. And believe me, there's nothing weightless about Apollo 13 and a half.
Oh, Apollo. Now I know why they call it the Johnson Space Center.
He's Apollo Johnson, and not even the shuttle can hold all of his cargo. Look at that load. Apollo 13 and a half from Monumental Pictures, rated PG-13. And a half.
Oh, boy.
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I got thrown out of J.C. Penney the other day.
Really?
Yeah, fondling up the mannequins. You believe that? And that ain't my fault. Have you seen the mannequins in there?
Uh-huh.
And they taunt you, too. They got the little short skirt on, arm up, kind of waving you over. You know what I mean? Shoot. I tell you what, if you ask me, the little whore was asking for it.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Hey, Chick, you know, one of these breaks when we're at commercial and you're telling a story, you'll actually get to finish it because
They haven't finished
like
one.
3 times today you've been telling us something.
Oh, I forgot the story that I was telling.
And this damn show interrupts us.
Oh.
Right.
There's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee. Which one was I?
Yeah, we got right to the punchline, too, and we went back.
And the newscaster thought I was being serious, and somebody told her that I was actually supposed to attend to her needs.
Okay.
That's how crazy she was.
Okay, good.
But that.
Thank you for.
Tom, are you glad we were able to?
Thank you for that. important discussion about.
I tried to kiss her right on the mouth, and she had none of it. We'll have none of it.
This is the Jerry Lewis Telethon story you were telling.
Yeah, she was 6 feet tall.
I believe the topic was, in many places, kids are back in school, which I think should be federally illegal.
I agree with you.
There was a time when, summer, go outside.
First 2 weeks of August, conditioning. Second 2 weeks, 2-a-days, and Jerry Lewis, and then back to school.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
You've said it, Tom. Memorial Day to Labor Day. That's summer break.
Yeah, but
anyway, a long time ago when the world was young, I helped because Bob and Tom would not host the telethon this one year. I don't know. They had something.
They were against the cause, I think.
No, I did it many years. I don't know. I don't remember what year we didn't do it.
Oh my God!
So they asked Stupid, the wall-eyed boy, to come in and do it. So I went in to help, and this is another reason. It's not because I don't look great that I'm not in TV. Believe me.
Oh, no, you're very...
No, but there's too much meetings. Every damn break, we'd have a meeting. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to 2 and the 4, and then you read this, and then... So they said, all right, we're going to come back. We're doing a video right now, and you come back and give the phone number and then throw it to this newscaster. And I said, okay. And I thought, well, I'll give it a little chick flavor.
Sure.
Back to me.
They hired the chick.
Yes.
Why not have...
They wanted Bob and Tom, and they got me. So I said, hi, welcome back to Jerry Lewis Telethon, just like this, actually. And TV was never my thing. I said, they told me 2 things when I got here. Make sure that Miss, her last name, was comfortable and was cared for. And they wanted me to give you the phone number. And I gave the phone number and then threw it to her. And then she talked for a while. And then we went to commercial or another video. And she walks over and she goes, did they really say that you're supposed to really help me and
tend to your needs?
Tend to every need that I go, no, that was a joke. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. She is humorless.
I see. Yeah.
Boy, you think anybody knows who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I hope not.
There were many newscasters.
Newscasters went through there. Yeah.
We'll just call her. I'll mix her the first letter of her first name and the first letter of her last name.
Let's not speculate.
It's Katie Couric. Oh wait, that didn't work.
I'm sorry. Could we
not work?
Could we get back to the news desk, please?
Yadi Uric.
Yadi Uric? Spain's prime minister has
Yadier Molina. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Proposed an unorthodox...
you start over. No one knows. Start over, Christy.
Spain's prime minister has proposed an unorthodox energy-saving tip.
The famous Senor Wences, of course, the president of Spain.
Stop wearing neckties.
Is he president now?
Yes.
He's been voted in by the people, or...
Yes.
You mean...
Senor
Wences. The fist that he drew the face on is the president of Spain?
Yes.
Do you want to kiss him?
Hello. It's all right.
Yeah. Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez.
I am Pedro.
Oh, so Senor Wences is out?
Yes. Asked government officials and people working in the private sector to dress less formally to curb utility use amid sweltering temperatures.
I don't understand the correlation.
Sanchez, who was wearing an open-necked white shirt and blue jacket, said, I'd like you to note that I'm not wearing a tie. That means we can all make savings from an energy point of view. He said he encouraged his ministers and public officials.
You know how ties gobble energy.
It's not necessary.
So wait a minute. So when it's 100 degrees outside, he's saying don't wear a tie.
Right.
To keep yourself cooler, and therefore you don't... Okay.
Yeah. And they don't have to have the...
How about ditching your pants? Let's maybe put on the shorts. I would...
All right.
That seems kind of...
Hey, what's with this Ukrainian...
Take the jacket off.
President Zelensky. Every time I see him, he's wearing like a T-shirt. Get a suit.
Yeah, the suit will come in handy when you're dodging bombs and shrapnel.
And there are other colors other than military
I'm
green.
just saying, it's not very presidential, all right?
So the president of Spain is saying if you don't wear a tie, you're going to save energy. Okay.
Yeah.
Because of the AC?
Right,
Apparently.
I guess.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. 'Cause you're not as
Casual
hot.
Friday, tank tops, flip-flops.
Sure.
Okay.
Do you have a song, Pat?
Not really, but no AC, no tie.
Oh, no.
No AC, no tie.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's give it a try. Come on, everybody now. No AC, no tie. That's all I got right now.
That is so...
A lot of those places don't even have air conditioning. I know Paris didn't, France. So I don't know. I mean, Spain must be different, but yeah.
Yeah, hotter.
Well, it depends on where you are, but yeah.
So he's just saying less formal attire would be appropriate.
Right.
Ah, all right. Well,
it seems to be fairly basic. Is that a very formal society? Do they?
I'm not familiar. I can't
You look
answer
at Washington, they're always wearing coats and ties. And that place is more or less boiling at all times.
Yeah, but they crank up the energy there. They don't care.
I'm always fascinated by old-time American footage of men in, like, wool suits at the baseball game in August.
Yeah.
Good God.
Right.
And you mean men.
Hat. Yeah.
Real men.
Very few ladies at the games.
Yeah.
Let's hope that they ban underwear and
ban underwear?
Spain?
Yeah, look out, Ace.
Oh, I thought it was in France, is where they wear no pants.
Oh, okay. I thought it was in Spain.
No.
Okay. What else have you got?
A New Jersey couple discovered cash dating back to the Great Depression in their front yard. We'll have more on that coming up. We also have a garlic video ad in South Korea causing a stir. And if you're a fan of Fancy Feast for your cat, you might be interested in the Fancy Feast for your dining room table.
Is that right?
What? For people.
You know
Just
what?
open the can and...
We need at this dinner party is food that looks like cat food.
I don't know if you've opened a can of Fancy Feast. Some of those flavors, oof.
All the cats love them.
Oh, I know the cats love them, but man, the smell, oh gosh.
But this isn't actual cat food.
Well, do we, what, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, we don't know.
All right. How about that?
Okay.
That's called a tease, Tom.
Isn't that the old rumor is that they used to put, we are capable of putting additives in food to spay and neuter pets.
Yeah.
Like passively, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But they stopped because there are too many human beings eating
that's
cat
an
food.
urban legend.
Oh.
That is an urban legend.
Is that an urban legend?
Yeah, I sure hope so.
What about dog food?
course.
Is dog food same thing? Urban legend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Spay and neuter your pets, please.
Yes.
When we come back, we also have a very unusual story about Hitler. Oddly enough. Coming up, comedian Al Jackson and a special guest, Becky Robinson, will be our guest. You'll
All
find out
right.
who she is momentarily. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Everything about the show is at bobandtom.com. Check it out now. State law.
It's Cosby. Here he is with his joke of the day.
What did the judge say when the skunk came into the courtroom?
Oh! What did the judge say when the skunk came into the courtroom?
Odor in the court.
That'll be getting told in courts throughout the country.
Odor in the court.
Oh, man.
I'd worry more about inbreeding than I would about the law. Davey, that was slander. If I would have written it down, it would have been libel.
This has been the Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the law is your friend. It's the lawyers you have to watch out for. And remember this, the preceding has been a joke, not legal advice. Learn to know the difference.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Good morning. Hey, Mark Allison here with you. Oh, I can do voices. Hey, do you need a gift that you can give to someone that they can open every day Need something special for someone special and you need it quick? How about giving them total access to the entire Bob and Tom library? You heard me. It's a Bob and Tom VIP membership. You can find out more at the link at the top of our website. We've made it very simple for you. Just go on over to bobandtom.com and find out more. A VIP membership is a gift. They can open it every day. They have access to the Bob and Tom Show albums, the archives, the library. They have access to everything, the keys to the Bob and Tom Show. That's right, a VIP membership, and it's all waiting for you or a gift for someone you love. See the link again at the top of our website, bobandtom.com. Spell it out, BOBANDTOM, bobandtom.com. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed. Closing arguments in Brittany Griner's cannabis possession case in Russia set for Thursday. That's nearly 6 months after the American basketball star was arrested at a Moscow airport in a case that has reached the highest levels of U.S.-Russia diplomacy. Griner faces up to 10 years in prison if convicted. A conviction appears almost certain given that Russian courts rarely acquit defendants. Griner's acknowledged there were vape canisters with cannabis oil in her luggage. Still, Russian judges have considerable latitude on sentencing. Still not clear when the verdict will be announced. If the two-time Olympic gold medalist does not go free, attention will turn to the high-stakes possibility of a prisoner swap. Closer to home, near record amounts of seaweed are smothering Caribbean coasts from Puerto Rico to Barbados, killing fish and other wildlife, choking tourism, and releasing stinky, noxious gases. Ugh. More than 24 million tons of sargassum blanketed the Atlantic in June, shattering the all-time record set back in 2018. Unusually large amounts of the brown algae have drifted into the Caribbean Sea, which have, of course, made it to the beaches. Scientists say the possible explanations include a rise in water temperatures and nitrogen-laden fertilizer and sewage nourishing the algae. Hope you're not planning your Caribbean vacation here in the next few days. That's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Can you play Amazing Grace on One Man Band Kit?
Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound.
It's good.
As
long as they don't see you.
Right, you're not marching around the casket.
I was blind, but now I'm hired to sing on Bob and Tom.
Yeah, look at him. Now you tap.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else would you be doing with your time?
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy. There are things you never say when a man is nude.
I didn't mean to laugh.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy.
Can you help me find it?
There are things you never say to a naked dude.
Does that thing come with an air pump?
I thought you said you had small pox.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
But your feet are so big.
Aw, that's cute.
Hang on, I'll get my tweezers.
Oh, it's like a little light switch.
For a second there, I thought you had a third nipple.
I didn't know they could be innies.
Well, this explains your big car.
You don't want to say to a naked guy.
Wow, your boobs are bigger than mine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's
downtown at the Egyptian Room.
Yep.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Howdy.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, check.
There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Check.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline.
Howdy.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold with a special guest.
I think this isn't the lady who was just caught driving the golf cart on I-95
In Florida?
Titusville, Florida, is it?
I don't think so. I
hope not. Ma'am, was that you?
Guilty as charged. I had a little spill out of the golf cart.
Oh, you got a cast on your hand, or sort of a...
We've got a little makeshift cast, yeah. I mean, I look like a gamer, but I wish it was more extreme. Yeah, well, I let my best friend Trish drive the golf cart. She doesn't know what she's doing.
Oh, boy.
It tips over, and, when I haven't had a cocktail just yet, I'm a little stiff.
Sure.
Hence the hand braking. Yeah,
We did have a news story this morning about a woman driving on the freeway.
Yes.
In a golf cart
in
Titusville, Florida.
We sure did.
She was apparently also drunk.
Yeah.
Had to be pulled over by a semi. I know that you are, in fact... famous for driving a golf cart. Becky Robinson is our guest. She is a comedian and a presence on the internet unlike any other. Mm-hmm. Now, where does someone find you on the internet?
Oh, man. Just type in anything from heavy pores to wigs to... I'm just very unwell, I think is what it is.
The heavy pour.
The heavy pour tour has been going on for about a year. It, during the pandemic, I went home and stayed with the folks for a little while, and my dad's a big golfer, and he was kind of, I think my parents just, they spend so much time with themselves, they forget how crazy they might sound. And I, stand-up had gone away for a bit, so I was losing my mind. So I packed up all my wigs, and I went from L.A. to Portland, Oregon, to the small cul-de-sac I grew up in, and my mom was kind of pacing around, and she survived breast cancer and a brain tumor, and she was like, I just want to go to happy hour with the girls. Is that so much to ask? And then my dad was kind of coming in the house. He's wearing 2 golf gloves because that's his PPE. And he's coming in and he's going, golf is all we have. It is all we have. And so I just kind of absorbed all that, and I put on this little blonde bob, and I went in my mom's closet. I put on one of her skirts and just got in my dad's car and just started improvising until I laughed for the first time during the pandemic, I think.
Oh, and that's when the entitled housewife was born.
That's when she was born. It just all came flowing out, and it was like therapy. And I didn't know. I mean, I kind of watched the first video, and I was like, I don't know if this is funny, but I put it out anyways, and I had no idea it would strike a chord with so many people. And so now, we've just created this beast, and we're going to golf courses, and we're doing heavy pours. And
it's kind of a pre-Karen thing.
Exactly. Yeah, people are like, so was her name Karen? I'm like, I guess.
Because that's kind of where that sort of landed about, a year ago?
It's a very similar hairstyle.
Seems
Gotcha.
Longer than that, I thought. Maybe.
But entitled doesn't seem to be as... I don't know, negative as Karen. She's loud and she's out there, but she's not. She doesn't seem to. There's not much malice behind it. She'll tease people.
She's definitely entitled. Is all about equality. I mean, she's not going to do anything out of line unless it's tipping a golf cart.
Sure,
but she's a mom. She's always pissed.
Is she single?
No, she's got a husband named Scott, and she's got 2 kids, the little idiots, Dashiell and Maccabee.
But she's not afraid to flirt with somebody that she thinks.
Oh, absolutely not. No, she welcomes it. Yeah, her golf instructor, and everyone else. The barn cart boys, anyone she get her hands on, really.
Yeah.
Does she get her hands on them, or is it strictly just flirting?
Is it illegal? Perhaps.
Okay. All right. Let's grab a quick story from Christy Lee at the news desk. What did you tell me you were talking about?
Canned cat food brand Fancy Feast is opening a pop-up restaurant for humans in New York City.
Really? Who's to say this isn't going to be a big hit, huh?
For just 2 days in August, an Italian-style trattoria called Gatto Bianco will set up cat food-inspired human food.
That means Cat Bianco. Yes, that's right.
Including baked sea bass, Tuscan-style spare ribs, braised beef and wine sauce, and almond cake studded with chocolate.
Is the men's room a big litter box to keep the theme?
The cats like spare ribs?
I had no idea.
Love them. Can't get enough of them.
No kidding.
Yep.
Wow.
And almond cake?
Oh, man, they go crazy.
Fancy Feast? All right.
You know what happened with Josh and his kitty cat? What's her name again?
Gravy.
Yeah, it's Gravy.
Yes.
You've trained her to take a treat. Is that right? Or
Well, no, she knows when treat time is.
Oh, it's treat time.
Yeah, and so I have them in my hand, and I usually just drop them in front of her. Well,
Do you make her stay and then go, okay?
I've been trying, but the last time I did that, I was lowering them. She slapped my hand as if to say, drop them, pal. The sass.
Yeah. She's a kitty.
She's a cat.
So I'm sorry. So this
She's not a dog.
So this place is trying to it doesn't taste like cat food, though, right?
Apparently not. And if you cannot get a reservation, Fancy Feast has released an online cookbook.
I like the way you say fancy feast.
Fancy feast.
Fancy feast.
Fancy.
It's fancy.
Featuring 2 of Gatto Bianco's main courses and 2 of its desserts. Fancy Feast's in-house chef. They have a chef?
Monsieur Felix.
Cats?
That's
Monsieur Felix. Very good.
Nothing? Anything? Okay.
I mean, I'm sure that it's probably a very scientific thing, but can you imagine you go to culinary school and you're at your 25th reunion? So, chef, I saw that your new line of and where do you work? I'm work for Fancy Feast. Really? You put the rat in Ratatouille.
Fancy Feast's in-house chef Amanda Hassner said the dishes at Gatto Bianco are prepared in ways that help cat owners understand how their cats experience food.
I don't know if there's
flavor.
I don't know if there's a glitch in my Google, but I typed in Gatto Bianco for Italian. The translation to English, it's being a smartass. Gatto Bianco in English is Gatto White. What are they trying to do?
So it's white cat?
I thought it was white cat.
It's white cat.
Yeah.
Gatto's cat.
Dom, you know any white cats?
Yeah, man. You know any white cats?
Duke Tomato.
I'm the king of the white cats. Look up white aging hipster. There I am. There's a picture of this. I just found this on.
Does the food look like the pucks of?
Well, here we go. This one is a heart shaped. Like your cat's gonna care.
Well, this one's for people.
Well, this is for people.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
The fact these are both heart-shaped. This one looks like a very loose horse turd.
Oh.
This looks funny.
Sorry.
What about the smell? Because you said the cat food, the Fancy Feast has an odor.
I'm sure this doesn't smell like the cat food.
It can't.
I think this article said it's primarily about the texture of the food.
Well, I mean, it looks like normal spare ribs. I mean,
I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
But that must, you know what? That's the one that he said looked like a loose horse. Entitled, do you have any cats, any pets?
Take a look at these short ribs.
Yeah.
Right there.
Do you have any pets?
No, we've got a little dog named Wagyu. Oh wow,
Wagyu, huh?
Like the beef?
Isn't that a type of
like
Japanese
the street corner.
food?
Yes.
It's a beef, yeah.
What kind of dog is
What do you think it was? Like the late model car with a Wagyu? No.
It could be a car.
It's beef.
Kind of sounds like one.
I'd buy a Wagyu.
Volkswagen
Wagyu or a
2023 Wagyu.
Fiat? Yeah.
Hey, the way they name cars, that's better than half the car names out there.
Wagyu. He's a little cavapoo. I wanted something small enough I could punt if I got really upset.
So wait a second. So the poo is poodle, cavu. What is it?
Cavapoo.
Cavalier Spaniel.
King Charles Cavalier. Yeah.
They're beautiful
that's gotta
dogs.
be a
Cavapoos are so cute.
fancy looking dog.
Fancy
They look
feast.
like cat toys, is what they look like.
Yeah.
They've got little fluffy things that coming out of their heads.
Wow, that sounds very nice.
The almond cake does look like Fancy Feast. I mean, it does kind of look like
Yeah.
The dog food people going to do this?
Oh, maybe. The Alpo folks or the Rosslyn Purina.
You know, in like 90 days, someone's going to be sitting there where that restaurant was.
Yes.
And they're going to be, I don't know what happened.
This business is so hard.
Yeah.
I thought we had it. This business is so hard.
Thought all the cat lovers would love it.
The bell on the door rings. They go, oh, welcome. It's the mailman. Hey, man.
Son of a gun. Where'd we go wrong? Felix, where'd we go
You know, in the
wrong?
80s and 90s, the dog food company did try this sort of restaurant.
Oh, is
you guys
that
never had Alpo, folks? It was, they attempted it, but...
Darn fine effort.
Yeah.
Josh got
their sandwich, the Alpo boy. Didn't really, well, this is...
Good luck with this.
They're getting a ton of publicity, so...
Of course they are.
More power to
I bet it sells out.
Oh,
well,
it's
Well, those pop-ups always.
I bet it folds in 30 days.
No,
it's only going to be 2 days. See, that's where they. That's the genius of it.
That is the genius of it.
They get out before they can fail. Wait a minute, hold it.
They have reservations for 6 people, and it's in New York City. They're going to find somebody.
That's what I should have done. Don't get divorced. Don't get married. There you go.
Yeah, if you don't get married, you can't get divorced.
There you go. Right.
That's true.
Coming up, we have scorpions in the news.
Oh. Oh, you know, entitled loves that.
Dean.
Gosh.
Not that kind of.
Wow, the hell.
Not that kind of scorpion.
We were talking about cat food. It is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, so that'll make
Could you
that
do
cat
me a
food
favor?
thing go away.
Could you do the day of the thing before the day?
Oh, so we can get chocolate chip cookies?
Yeah, we should have done the day yesterday. No.
Yeah,
let me get a beat on this. Okay. You should have done today's day yesterday. Yes.
That way today we could enjoy
tomorrow is
what's
National
tomorrow?
Chocolate Chip Cookie.
I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
Son of a bitch.
Well, that list is worthless.
Wasn't yesterday National IPA Day?
I think it may have been.
I believe it was.
Did you partake?
Of course I did.
One of them was National Boob Day. I can't figure out if it was the 2nd, the 3rd, or the 4th.
Gotta know about that one the day before.
Every day is National Boob Day.
Absolutely.
Titusville, Florida. Every time they drop the U, it's or they call it. What was it?
You mean Titus? This is the Titusville hunk.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
What did I say they called it? Yeah, Smithville.
City.
Yeah. They didn't drop
We're
the
going
Ville.
to the city. Going to have some fun. Yeah,
That's right. That's the Beach Boys song about Titusville, Florida. Okay. Coming up, we also have a zebra on the loose again. And
I wish they'd keep these zebras in their pins.
Are they
or
white
whatever.
with black?
Hey, that's your mother talking.
right now, I want to talk about our friends at Roman. Testosterone affects many aspects of a man's body, sex drive, things like erections, bone mass, sperm production. Low testosterone is often referred to as low T. Low T to me sounds like a convertible car from 1940, kind of.
Oh, nice low T.
It's got a deuce coupe and a low T.
The Wagyu for 23.
Yeah, low T can reduce your sex drive, so you know what I'm talking about. If you're wondering what your testosterone levels are, the Roman at-home testosterone test kit can be a first step to conveniently and accurately measure the total testosterone in your blood. The Roman testosterone test kit cannot diagnose if you have low T, but can help you decide whether further investigation is necessary. And is that the potential cause of your symptoms with your provider? Roman sends you an easy-to-use kit with step-by-step video instructions. They even offer free 2-day shipping to your house. So take the test before 10 a.m., ship it back the same day. Once your results are ready, Roman sends you certified lab results to your secure private account. An easy-to-read, downloadable PDF that breaks it all down. You can then choose to schedule a free consultation to go over your results with a U.S. licensed healthcare professional. Check it out at GetRoman.com/BT Show today for your at-home testosterone test kit. $69 total. That's GetRoman.com/BT Show. See if low T is an issue that you've got to deal with, and they can help you out. Coming up, we have... She is the Heavy Pour Tour star, and she's hanging out with us right now. Becky Robinson. We'll talk more with Becky and find out what's going on. She looks like she's ready to play a quick 18.
And Sweetface next.
And Sweetface Al Jackson. We'll look forward to talking to Al. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Course.
Hey, you know what Floyd the Trucker does when the Bob and Tom Show comes to an end? He keeps it tuned right here to Bob and Tom 24/7 all morning long. We roll into Bob and Tom's all-day replay hosted by Christopher. Right after the show, of course, it's the laughter after the Bob and Tom Show. It's all right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. We call it Bob and Tom's Work Farce, all the fun without really that much effort. Keep that smile going all day and keep your coworkers guessing what's making you so happy. Thanks a lot for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. And remember, you can catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel, and you can stream the show live each morning as well. Just go to YouTube and search the Bob and Tom Show. Rolling through this Thursday, August 4th with you. May the August 4th be with you. I guess we need to save that for May. Okay, we'll try again then. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. China is staging live fire military drills in 6 zones surrounding Taiwan in response to that visit by U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to the island Beijing claims as its own territory. China has warned aircraft and ships to avoid the areas during the exercises, which run through Sunday. The drills appear to be a rehearsal of a potential blockade and invasion of the island that would likely draw in Taiwan's chief supporter, of course, the United States, and our allies, Japan and Australia. After infuriating China over her trip to Taiwan, U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi met South Korean political leaders in Seoul, but avoided making public comments on cross-strait relations. Avoided making public comments on cross-strait relations that could have further increased regional tensions. And the Transportation Department is thinking of requiring airlines to offer flyers refunds if their flight schedule changes significantly or if their airline makes major changes to their itinerary. The proposed rules announced yesterday would force carriers to give refunds if their departure or arrival time changed by 3 hours or more for a domestic flight, or at least 6 hours for an international one. The refunds would apply to travelers who buy non-refundable tickets, which usually cost less and are favored by many leisure travelers. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
All right, this magician, he gets his job on a cruise ship. So he's working this cruise ship, and he does his act every night. In the front row is the captain of the ship with a parrot on her shoulder. So every night he does his act. Well, by the third night, the parrot starts figuring out his magician's act. So he starts heckling the magician, and it's in his sleeve. It's under his hat. His assistant has it. So that night, they hit an iceberg, and the ship goes down. The magician wakes up floating on a piece of driftwood, and the parrot is sitting on the end of the driftwood, and they stare at each other for 2 days and don't say a word. They just look at each other all mad. Finally, the bird goes, "I give. Where's the boat?"
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Can you tell us about Hawaii?
I get very confused over there. I'm always trying to read signs, because all they have are vowels. You read signs, and some signs, they have an arrow that says E-I-E-I-O. Yeah, come on, where is that going to go? And
Obviously, to a pineapple farm.
Yeah, what is that? And I'm always trying to, I'm trying to impress. I was with this girl, and I'm trying to impress her about how much I know about Hawaii. This is my second time there, and I'm like, I go, oh, now look here. This is the ni I pu'u lo o-o-ke a-uti. And she said, that's lookout, you idiot. I'm like, I guess I'm a little used to read these signs around here.
I see.
And
Fascinating.
They have 2 airports on the island of Maui, and one is called like Hili Wili Puli, and then they call the other one Willy Willy Pali, and then I go to the wrong one, and I'm the idiot. It's supposed to be Hili Wili Puli, not Willy Willy Pali. They're going to be an hour and a half apart. They shouldn't sound exactly the same. Not Hili Wili Puli, Willy Willy Pali. I have a theory, and I think everything in Hawaii was named by Mel Tillis in a hurry. Is what happened. They just brought Mel over. Mel, what'd you call that? Okay, come on over here. Pie. Mel, what would you call that big beautiful bird? Well, yeah, that's good. That's the
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, guys, it's Eli.
Hey, Eli.
Oh, hi,
Eli.
Hey, Eli. You nailed it, baby. It's about as low as it gets. You know what, Eli? You're just feeling sorry for yourself. Look, I was thinking, there's no need to get down. I mean, just because you're grounded at work don't mean you can't gain yards. I've got a fresh, hot Papa John's pizza you could run by the house. God knows you wouldn't want to try to pass it. You'd probably get picked off by the mailman. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the sign said anybody caught trespassing will be shot on sight. So I jumped over the fence and yelled at the house, "Hey, what gives..."
Bob and Tom,
24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Second.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
Hello. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
Hey, there's Ace Cosby.
My dirty.
Well, thank you, sir. I'm Chick McGee. Here's Tom, and Tom, we have a guest.
My man, 50 grand.
Oh, come on.
Sorry.
No.
Well, that's not who our guest is. No, I was just trying to just doing a little bro talk with Chick.
Bro. That's right. We're bros.
It was
right?
embarrassing.
Yeah, okay. And I'm preparing to
I'm all
introduce
squirmy.
two guests. Becky Robinson is the entitled housewife. She's on the Heavy Pour Tour. And we're going to talk with Becky in just a second. She's in her Karen-like golf suit. Help me here. Help me, Christy. What do you describe this?
It's an outfit.
She's wearing a golf shirt and a skirt. Yes.
Would you call it a get-up? A lot of,
and it's
I hear a lot of moms
Call
say
it an
things.
iconic golf ensemble.
I see.
Okay.
In the real world, you must be freezing in here because it's all.
Yeah, it's really cold in here.
I run hot, so.
Oh, all right.
All right, there you go.
Oh, it's like in that movie Body Heat.
That's right.
Remember where she says that? I run a little hot.
Oh,
Speaking of running a little hot.
There we go.
We caught Al Jackson at the club. All right.
Okay, we're joined by comedian Al Jackson with the... Duck your head for 1 second, Al.
23 and G?
What does it say? 23 and G.
Yeah, that's the show I was telling you about, Tommy, the hip-hop show.
Oh, nice. Are you the host?
Yes, I'm the host and the creator since it's in my
it's his studio.
Hey, smart ass. Turn it down, okay?
Is G, is that like a nickname or something? Does that mean something?
No, the G, it's like 23andMe, but it's like in G in terms of like the whole thing is about how we don't even realize how hip hop has completely influenced how we market things and
absolutely.
Rappers are the best pitchmen because they actually have demonstrated credibility in the marketplace. Like every time you see Rick Ross, he is around beautiful women on an island. So if he's telling you to buy this or drink this or eat this, he has more credibility. So rappers are really more like travel and lifestyle bloggers. And so I get into that about like why they are so good at selling vodka and things like that. And it's because everybody wants to be them, and they demonstrate it. They're just not some rando in a commercial telling you to buy a car.
I appreciate that explanation. So what does the G stand for?
Yeah, it's a gangsta, Tom. Gangsta.
Gangsta.
Okay.
As an OG original gangsta.
I meant to ask you this, Al, and I finally remembered it when you're here. I love the Snoop commercials for Corona because especially the one he says, these are the Slim cans.
Yes.
And Slim's one of my old nicknames. And then he just says, you better ask somebody. And it was just
it's so crazy you brought that up. I have a double episode coming out about Snoop Dogg because I had to figure out how he went from
being part of a murder,
a kid in Long Beach growing up in the hood, to like
how does murdering play into this?
he beat that case, and now he is a magical black man handing out beers on the beach.
Yes,
like he has.
Murder was a case they gave me.
Now it's a case of Corona.
Now, Al, is Snoop a former gang person? Was like a Crip or a what's the other one?
Oh no, I think that's a fair question. Was he part of
what is it now?
I don't think it's in the past tense. I think that's probably for life. Oh. Yeah, you don't leave the Crips like they're a book club that you're no longer interested in.
I have a couple questions. If I were to be in the Crips, say.
Yes. Now, is that with a T at the
Do they do like with their do-rags, do they do like a holiday version? Is there like on St. Patty's Day, do they go for the green? Or do they? What? Because they were.
I think that would probably be frowned upon. I don't know if you want to come in with a whole new rebranding marketing concept for a major gang.
There's no like Christmas with the Crips. Burl Lives and a do-rag.
I mean, you could try it. I mean, it's an untapped market. You know who I feel like would be good at that? We could have Becky go in there. Everybody loves her. And I feel like you could like talk to them about maybe doing a little rebranding. You know, it's always time to update 2022.
There's money on the table there, you know, with the custom do-rag. You know, we put a little.
Becky, how you doing? I've been seeing your videos popping up on my stuff. You're killing it.
I'm
Proud
so
of
happy
you.
to see your face. Thank you, buddy. You too.
Now, Al,
Yo,
can I
when
make
you
a
come to
suggestion?
Denver, give me a holler. We'll break bread.
Can I make
Sounds
a suggestion, Al?
Talk to me.
I'm looking at your new neon thing behind your head, and all I see is 23 and because your head is in the way of the G. So you're either going to have to get another nail and move that thing to the left, or
how many times have I heard "move your head"? You know,
or you're going to have to duck. Now, Al, I have a question for you. Last week, I taught you a new hip term. I want to know if you had a chance to use it last week.
Oh, I don't remember this.
You did.
Yes,
and Becky, I want to get your input on this because I thought this was super cool. You know how like some, especially for language, there has to be like 2 or 3 generations that go by that don't use it, so it's like new to them. And that's really like what Tom hit me on last week. Becky, what would you say if you had $10,000? What would you call that? Like in slang terms.
Now it started. You were talking about $1,000 is what?
We were talking about racks.
Racks, yeah.
That's a 1,000 is a rack.
Or a G.
Yeah, you just say I'm sitting on 10 racks in the club right now. You know how we do.
You'd say 10 G's.
Would 10 be a brick?
That's a pretty good guess.
Yeah.
That's a really good guess. I mean, I see when I associate bricks, I think about unbroken down and unprocessed cocaine. You know, that's dense, that hasn't been. Yeah, that too, you know, but you know, that's where my mind goes. A lot of people go to masonry. You know, but
or your dad was a mason.
Yeah, if
Tom told me that back in the day they used to call $10,000 a king grant.
A king grant.
Which I don't know why. It makes me think of like King Cobra. I don't know, but like just calling it a king grant, like.
I see a problem here with all of these slang terms and all of this jargon in the drug world. What if you didn't know the right answer?
Right.
He said he was going to sell me a brick for a king grand. I thought it was $1,000.
Yeah.
There could be some confusion.
That's how they weed out
There have to be. That's why I was thinking about that the other day, like how somebody, like, you know, that was the one issue I had with like Breaking Bad, which I really enjoyed the series, but they never addressed the fact that like the drug world, you just can't be some square scientist that rolls up in there. Like there's like language that's used that you have to, and I know myself, like I'm 45, I got 3 kids. Like I just know I would like, even if like I was a pimp, I would still be referring to my, like, I wouldn't call them hooker. I can't, so I just call them women I work with. Just trying to be like woke and level up, but like at the same time, that might not get you the street cred you need. So I don't know how you kind of transverse those two worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I look more like a narc than you do.
Yes.
Well,
yes,
yeah.
that's
Well,
and talk more like one, certainly.
But think about this though, Becky. If let's say you're the biggest drug dealer from, and it's got to be because it's got to be like from
Colombia?
New Hampshire, yeah, all the way down to like some pleasant town in Upper Jersey. Like if you saw Tom come in, because he's so out of place in terms of that world, wouldn't you be more intimidated? Like, what did he do to get the respect of all these other like the fact that he's even in here? I would be like, oh, Tom's crazy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. With the Ray-Bans and the hat with the Bahamas logo on it, I'd be like, this guy knows what's up.
Yeah, exactly.
He's seen
Tom,
some
you're
things.
terrifying.
Now, Al, explain to Becky what the purpose of this show is. Al, of course, is featured on the Daily Blast Live, but the purpose of this show is Al and I actually grew up about 1,000 yards apart in different eras, but...
by the way, you're talking like I'm in Guantanamo Bay, but yes. I could see him through the fence.
Al is trying to teach me...
Well, the fence wasn't there, but it was implied.
Yeah.
It was a financial fence.
That's exactly right.
Al is trying to teach me some more hip language, and we do this in quiz form. Al, get me going here today.
Okay, and Becky, we've been doing this for years, and like, you have to understand how much work we've done. I feel like I'm the counselor talking to the parent before they come into the room. All right, you're going to, but like, honestly, Tom's done good. So Tom, let's show off for Becky right now.
Uh-oh.
We have family in here. So let's do this. Tom, first word, you know this, Tom. What would you like? What would I mean if I said main character? When would you use that phrase, main character, Tom? Use it correctly in a sentence, please, my brother.
Is this a romantic thing?
It could be, absolutely.
Okay. So you'd say, I'll tell you what, she's my main character.
And what would you be meaning by that?
Well, oftentimes during a movie, a project, the main character, their name
protagonist,
is above the title.
Gets a lot of attention.
And Tom, before you answer, I want to admonish Josh for a second. Josh, I want you to know this. When I ask Tom for a definition and he just repeats the word back to me, that's good enough for me.
My apologies. I will remember that.
Tom, use it in a sense, but
I'm not so sure I have the grasp on what this might be. If you go to a social event, if you refer to someone that's the main character, that's like the person who is the most power in the room. Would that be it?
Josh, help him out.
I don't know for sure, but I'm going to guess that it's the person who's most important in your life.
Wow. Knocked it out. What were you going to say, Christy?
No, I was just going to say that Tom's definition was just so Wall Street.
So I was going for more of a social situation.
Yeah.
So you just be like, look, right now, like, and I mean, this is true of the show. Like, Christy Lee's been my main character since what? 9 years? Christy, you know how I feel.
Yeah, I know, baby.
Next lifetime, like Erykah Badu, me and you.
That's right.
So that implies there's some kind of
like your boo?
Does this imply that there's been,
carnal?
Between Al and I?
Yeah.
No, in our next life.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. We have an emotional affair on air now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've never done the physical thing.
Okay.
It is palpable, isn't it?
It's very palpable. I'm sitting right between here, and I can feel it.
You better ask somebody.
Tom, let's do an easy one because we can't be for whatever the show. Tom, what does it mean if you're bugging?
He has no idea.
Of course, that clearly means you've had an encounter with some strumpet, and she's left you with the crabs. Body lice.
Bugging.
Now you're bugging.
I got to go get the Quell lotion that'll shave my body. Yikes. That is one sleazy broad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How did I do?
You see, she was bugging.
Yeah.
You hooked up with her, and now you're both bugging.
I think you started this, Al. You have to say that is correct. Okay?
No, I know, Al. I'm just kidding, of course. Bugging traditionally would be that is something that bothers me, that is really bugging. I have a feeling. Does it mean in the traditional sense of leaving? Ace and I were and we were bugging.
Not really.
Is it a positive thing, bugging?
No. How many positive things are associated with bugs, Tom?
I think that bugs perform a service in our environment.
Well, certainly, we don't need to
I'm not anti-bug.
Less than an amazing work ethic among the ants.
Certainly, yeah.
Chick, help him out, please.
Lift more than their own
got
weight.
no idea. Bugging. I was going to go, you're bothering me. Stop bugging me. Or you're going to leave.
It's like, Chick told me he was going to let me borrow his car this weekend. I call him up Friday morning to come through, and he's like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, why are you bugging? Like, just tell me I can't take the car. Like, it's just like, why are you tripping? Bugging, tripping.
Bugging out.
Very, very similar.
Al, you can't define something with another term I don't know. That's like saying, tripping? Well, that French word, what it means in German is, no. So it means you're covered.
We got to bring this in for a landing, and I will not get off this. We will not stop this segment without you getting one right.
I'm ready.
Especially we got Becky here. We got the people listening. Come on, Tom. Now tell us, what does it mean to get something popping?
To get something popping?
Poppin'.
The titled over there is already. She looks like she's popping now.
Get it popping. So we're going to get this party popping. I don't know.
Yes. You're on the right track.
You got the G at the end there.
Just to enliven a situation with some as excitement and we're going to get this thing popping. I was watching C-SPAN yesterday. And someone walked in without a tie. Boy, that thing got popping.
Tom, I'll take it. That's it. You know, we're going to get things started. We're going to have some fun.
Yeah, turn it up a notch.
The C-SPAN reference, but I'll take it.
Yeah, okay, good. Al Jackson can be seen on the Daily Blast Live. And Al is a very fine stand-up comedian and also the host of 23 and G.
Yes, sir.
And the G stands for gangsta.
Thank you, Tom.
Perfectly. Can I say perfectly done?
Hey, Al, if you do not... yes, I almost called you Ace because I'm very racist. If you...
Okay, there you go. First step is realizing it.
If you...
There you go.
Now I'm going to have like weekly meetings with you like Michael Richards did. Do you... you have to take that audio of Tom saying... The G stands for gangsta, and play that every now and again on your podcast.
Oh, look, I have an SD card. I think you're exactly right. Like that is,
we'll get that
it's
to
just
you.
so in the moment.
Yeah. The G
like that. I think you're exactly. Yes. Thank you,
like
Tom.
we're on Sesame
I need your permission for your voice and likeness.
Do you have another nail in your garage?
Oh,
so you can move your sign over.
Oh, I'm sure you can adjust the camera.
It's a thing where I'm going to be more centered. Like this is set up for a 2-shot because I do another podcast here. So it's like, I don't know, because I don't want it right behind me because it'll look like a truck is about to hit me. You know? So I don't know what to do with it. But because I paid a lot of money for it, and it's got to be somewhere. That one is purchased.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Al. We'll talk to you again soon.
Love you, man.
Love you, Al.
Love y'all. Becky, good to hear from you, girl.
You too. Love you, buddy.
Okay, now, let's see. We got a lot to get to here, but first I want to remind you that you got to take care of yourself. Got to take care of your life. You got to take care of your brain. And that's why BetterHelp is out there. It's a way to care for your mind because your mind is what's happening right now. It's what keeps you experiencing life. Plenty of ways to support a healthy brain, like I'm taking a nice nap, learning a new language. Also, BetterHelp online therapy. BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, even live chat-only therapy sessions. You don't, by the way, have to be on camera if you don't want to be. And it's more affordable than in-person therapy. You can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. They've got a special offer for Bob and Tom Show listeners. You can get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/BT Show. That's 10% off your first month of online therapy at BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Take care of yourself so you can take care of those around you. And it's very important to be talking to someone that is a professional if you're having any kind of issue. And by the way, if they hook you up with someone and that person isn't working for you, they can very easily shift it so they find someone that does work for you. 10% off your first month of online therapy, BetterHelp.com/BT Show. We're coming back. We will continue with the Heavy Pour Tour and Becky Robinson as well as Christy Lee.
Yep.
Christy Lee and G. Is that going to work?
Oh, God.
G.
Becky R and G. And Tom G. Thank you. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show. Looking to buy a new car, but the looking part is getting old hat? Well, maybe you need to try shopping at Bob Bile Motors. Bob Bile Motors.
Just stop into Bob Bile Motors and I'll show you my Take a test drive and I'll also let you see my
That's Bob Bile Motors.
And hey guys, during Bob Bile's Celebration Bonanza Days, if you buy a car from Bob Bile Motors, I'll not only show you my and my I'll let you in the and after that, you're in the
Is that even possible? It is at Bob Bile Motors. Bob Bile Motors. Why the hell shop anywhere else?
Somebody get me a towel.
Due to pending litigation, Bob Bile Motors is suspending free hunt on Fridays.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
What up, Bobcat? Mark Allison with you, rolling through a Thursday. It's August 4th. Our West Coast Mountain correspondent, Al Jackson, with us today. Of course, the co-host of the nationally syndicated daytime talk show Daily Blast Live. You can find out more at aljacksonlive.com. Also, the author of a children's book, Where is Baby Ford? Available right now, again, at aljacksonlive.com. And thanks to Al for joining us. Always fun catching up with a quiz for Tom, trying to get him a little more hip, urban, street, conversational. At any rate, always fun with Al Jackson. Jess Hooker on the way as well, right here on a Thursday. And don't forget, Friday, a very special sexy time with Allie Breen in the 9 o'clock hour coming up on Friday, as well as comedian Ryan Singer and Jeff Oskey. Thursday and Friday. We're live right back here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. A person familiar with the situation says the NFL is seeking an indefinite suspension of at least a year plus a fine in appealing a disciplinary officer's decision to suspend Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson for just 6 games for violating the league's personal conduct policy. The person spoke on condition of anonymity because the matter is not public. The NFL appeal gives Commissioner Roger Goodell or someone he designates authority to impose a stiffer penalty. Closing arguments in Brittany Griner's cannabis possession case in Russia are set for this afternoon. That's nearly 6 months after the American basketball star was arrested at a Moscow airport in a case that has reached the highest levels of U.S.-Russia diplomacy. And the dispute between the PGA Tour and the Saudi-funded Live Golf Series is now in the courts. Phil Mickelson and Bryson DeChambeau are among 11 players who have sued the PGA Tour in federal court in San Francisco. They are challenging the Tour's right to suspend them for joining a rival league. Major League Baseball yesterday in interleague action. Cleveland beat Arizona 7-4. American League, your winners, Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Seattle, the White Sox, Houston, Baltimore, and Oakland. And the National League, the Phillies, the Mets, Miami, Pittsburgh, San Diego, and the Dodgers all win. Cubs at St. Louis postponed. And 3 WNBA games, Atlanta, New York, and Seattle all win. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's Dan Greeter. Dan,
Good morning.
Dan, how are you?
Good.
Dan, first off,
Thanks. Yes.
you're from Cleveland, but you went to school
At Ohio State.
How'd that go?
Columbus. I loved it there. I'm a big football fan. I love college football. You know, we should have a college football team. I was in Boston a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was turning around. I went down to Cambridge. You know, I was walking the Harvard campus there, you know, pretending. And
Sure.
and it dawned on me, Harvard, they didn't put anybody good in football, do they, Harvard, huh? Ivy League, bunch of wimps. That Big Ten, you know, Pac-10's big business. You got the football program. You know, people may take a class or two.
Right.
You know, as a Harvard, you get the school football game might break out on the weekend. I think if Harvard ever played like Ohio State in football, the play-by-play be something like, and Harvard's quarterback is dropped behind the line again for loss of 40. Harvard's man there, of course, is Chad Elmhurst. Chad is an academic All-American at Harvard, majored in physics with a minor in mathematics. And Bob, they tell me he's actually graduating a year early. Yeah, he's not going anywhere right now because he was flattened by Big Moose Macaulay. Moose is a sixth-year redshirt freshman majoring in scuba diving. And Bob, there's a nice shot in the stands of his wife and 5 kids. Yeah. He drives a Lexus.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, Chick.
Hi. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Manning the track phone hotline. Hot phone. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Thank you very much. We have a special guest in the studio. She is a comedian, Becky Robinson, and also she is the entitled housewife, and she's on the Heavy Pour Tour.
Heavy Pour Tour.
The Heavy Pour, of course, referencing massive amounts of alcohol per pour. Is that correct?
A mega pint, they would say, I suppose.
Very good. Very
Big,
good.
tall, double vodka lemonade.
Oh, very nice.
Is that your go-to?
On the course with the girls.
Okay, all
That's
right.
my drink of choice.
Yeah,
Really just anything in the fridge. I do love a big bottle of Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh, how about that?
Sure. That'll get it popping for me. Yeah.
Once again, I've learned the phrase poppin', and as I said earlier, let's get this party poppin' in a jiffy.
I would think you'd be a White Claw girl.
Yeah, a lot of White Claws. Shotgun the claws, spray the claws. The claws will be out on Saturday night for sure.
All right. Have you had any products approach you and go, can you be our spokeslady?
Yeah, recently Preparation H.
Is that right?
I do Twisted Tea and Preparation H. The whole trunk of my car is full of just spray, the specialty Prep H spray and Twisted Tea.
Wow.
Wait,
Twisted Tea
hang on a
is
second.
the family of White Claw.
Is there such a thing as you spray Preparation H?
It's new, so I'm the face of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What are you? You're the face of it.
It's a cooling spray. Because, the skort can get pretty hot. It's
The
got
what can?
The skort can get pretty hot. There's
okay,
little shorts built into it.
I misunderstood that.
That's a new nickname. I thought maybe it was a new euphemism.
The G-spot, the skort.
Yeah,
That too.
What do you call a skort, Tom? Don't you have another word?
Culottes.
They're not culottes.
That's right, culottes.
Culottes.
And culottes are a totally different thing.
I don't wear women's clothing. I don't know. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
The skort is a skirt over and shorts are in them or whatever.
Like this.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be amazing? Christy just lifted to show the shorts. Is there underwear under there?
Yeah.
One of these days you're going to be wearing a skirt. You're going to think you're wearing a skirt.
Hilarious.
We will all be winners.
You can wear underwear or you don't have to.
You don't have to. Certainly don't. You can high kick and you'll be in no trouble whatsoever.
Exactly right.
Sit on bleachers and no concern with...
It's the greatest invention ever.
It's nice.
I'm stunned by spray-on Preparation H.
So, is it for the roids?
Yes.
So
the funny thing was, I went to I made a video for the Prep H, and you got to get it cleared.
Are you talking about the video or your bottom area?
Yeah. All right.
First, you got to clear the area.
Yeah, it looks like a clump of grapes down there, Becky. We're lopping them off.
Clear the shrubs first before you clear.
I've got a bushel.
So I'm sorry. So what were they doing now?
Well, I sent over an idea like, the Mexican food really, had to do with the popping of the grapes.
I see.
And it was like, you can't use anything about food when you're talking about why you need to use the spray. I was like, all right, so I'm just supposed to make it seem like these birthed overnight for no reason. So it was, but they're great. I've got a lot. I'll send some to the studio if you want to try it out.
Is the spray, this is fascinating to me. Is it one of those, is it like a pump spray or is it the one loaded with the gas that just
like an aerosol?
It's an aerosol. It's very much like a hairspray.
Wow.
But for your undercarriage.
Okay.
Can you put it in your hair?
I guess you could.
Might smooth it out a little bit.
Yeah. I was a big Prep H wipes guy.
Yeah.
Loved them and I figured it was I used them sort of offensively. I didn't require them, but I was like, these are medicated.
Oh, I see. You're proactive.
Yeah, preventative medicine.
Yeah.
Hi. Be proactive with your anus. I'm Josh Arnold.
It's famous for using under eye cream.
Yeah.
As an under eye
Takes the swelling down. Yeah.
Keeps us young.
But that's not good, I assume.
Why not?
Because it's for the ass?
Because it's designed to shrink your hemorrhoids, not your face.
And your wrinkles.
It'll shrink. It's not the wrinkles.
TV
it's
people do it.
Yeah, when you have puffy
bags
eyes.
and stuff. Yeah.
News people,
Right.
I think it's meant to combat any type of sack.
I see.
Yeah,
Any skin sack.
I fight with my sack all the time.
Do you? Really wrestle with it.
It's nice to have these sort of things on the road, though. The Twisted Tea is of the family of White Claw, because the shows get pretty out of hand. People come dressed up as the character, and they'll even bring their rackets and stuff. So I'm looking out at a sea of just visors. And we were playing Seattle. It was one of the first or second shows back, and I remember the security guard was helping us bring our merch back out to the car, and he goes, "I got to tell you, for a girls' night out show, your fans are great. Nobody puked, nobody died. Success." Wow. That's the bar, eh? Okay.
You know, can we talk to Entitled about the thing that you discovered this morning, Christy? Free bleeding?
Oh, yeah. Have you heard of that? Free bleeding?
I invented it.
Is that right?
Now explain what free bleeding is.
Free bleeding is apparently when women choose to not use a tampon or a menstrual pad.
Or a cup.
No diva cup. It's just
let it happen.
free bleeding.
Just let it marinate.
The dam is broken at Tuna Lagoon. Back up.
They just sort of Jackson Pollock their way around town.
No, I think they use a washcloth or something down there.
Oh, they will use something? Well, that's not free bleeding at all. That's rag cheating.
What do you want?
Hence the slang term on the rag. Literally.
Yeah.
You want the white pants, don't you? That's what you want.
Well, I think if you're going to free bleed, you free bleed. There's nothing.
Free bleeding in white pants, that's a power move.
Yeah.
That is a bold.
It's bold.
By the way, free bleeding and swimming in the ocean is a shark move.
Yeah, I believe that's called chumming.
Now, once again, Becky is on the Heavy Pour Tour. The official title is Entitled Housewife, the Heavy Pour Tour?
The Entitled Housewife,
Now, you got to make sure, because when you say heavy pour, Josh thinks you're talking about what he does when you pass him the gravy.
You see, I'm an overweight man, Becky. And what we overweight, what we fatty fats do is food isn't enough. You have to put something on it, whether it be a heavy cream or a gravy or maybe another entree.
Special sauce.
Nobody's better than me.
I haven't heard this in a while.
I haven't either. I enjoy it. All I do, I eat and jerk it and jerk it.
Sorry, Becky, I didn't mean to embarrass you.
Embarrass her.
Yeah.
It's kind of chat.
Yeah.
Good job. Sorry.
Becky, you've got quite a few characters that you do. You're a wonderful stand-up. Is your show all the Entitled Housewife, or do you bring out other characters?
Does the coach show up, or?
The Entitled Housewife is the headliner.
Okay.
So she brings it on home. The show starts out, there's a couple other characters. I do grace the stage as myself, as terrifying as that is. Throughout the course of the tour, every outfit got a little tighter and a little tighter. The more heavy pours we have, so I understand. The only thing you can trust at a comedy club is the chicken tenders. Right? So, and when you got to size up on a skirt, that's telling you something. It's an elastic waistband as is. So, yeah, the show has a few characters in it, entitled headlines, and, I feel like a lot of people are there to see her, but I give them a couple more because I've been doing characters for, I'm very unwell. It's been a long time coming.
Do you talk about your real life?
I do. Mm-hmm. I sure do.
How's that going?
It's going good. It's fun because sometimes I'll go do these golf events and I'll perform at golf events and people will come up and there's a lot more women playing golf now.
Sure.
And they will know from my real stand-up that I'm dating a woman and that I live with her, and they'll come up and they'll go, I love you and Aaron. I love it. I know Scott's the fake husband and all, but I love to see it. That's nice that people they know both, and it's fun to kind of play both. But yeah, I talk about my real life. I talk about my high testosterone.
High testosterone?
Very high. I've been shaving my chin since I think I was 15.
Really?
Dating a woman, has been absolutely terrifying. I only dated men until about 2 years ago. And then the pandemic hit and, everything changed.
If you want some advice on dating women, talk to Pat.
I mean, it's just, I got a Tesla during the pandemic, and now that I got a girlfriend and a Tesla, I'm like, everything in my life needs to be plugged in. You know what I mean? And so it's just a lot.
On that note.
Very nice.
We'll be back. We'll be right back.
Except for when you're free bleeding.
Yes.
Doesn't free bleeding sound like a coupon for a doctor like back in the dark ages?
Yes.
Hey, Thursday night, it's free bleeding. At Baruch the Magnificent's. Barbershop shaves and bleeding out. We're hanging out with Becky Robinson. She's known as the Entitled Housewife. She's on the Heavy Pour Tour. And we're coming right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Tell us what you think. Call 888-BOB-TOM-1. More of the Bob and Tom Show next.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Renee Hicks has joined us in the studio.
Morning, Renee.
Good morning.
Quite the sportswoman, I can
Oh,
tell
yes,
from your
yes, yes. And we were
conversation.
talking about the WNBA. I just want to know, like, will there be, like, feminine hygiene commercials, like, sponsoring it? Because I think those things got to go. They're just too damn nasty. I mean, they got to stop. They got to stop talking about women's genitalia. I mean, and these women talking about douche. We don't do that, men. We don't go to the beach talking about douche.
You don't?
You know? No, we don't. And see, I never want to see a black woman do that.
Mhm.
Because you know they would have her just acting crazy, just walking along going, oh, girl, I ain't seen you to... Damn, Shaniqua, is that you stinking like that, girl? Well, you need to douche your nasty ass. There's a whole family of seagulls following your nasty ass. Damn.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
That's awful.
Awful entertaining.
Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Hey, for everything Bob and Tom, check out our website, bobandtom.com. Spell it out, BOBANDTOM.com. Once you get there, put it in your favorites because you'll be coming back every day. All the latest highlights, news, information. You can click on a little video there and watch Ace Cosby telling a joke and other video shows, Pat Godwin singing a song in the performance room. And let's not forget about the Bob and Tom Show puppets. Smack Tom, it's all right there at bobandtom.com. As we roll through this Thursday together, August 4th, Jess Hooker from the Bits and Pieces podcast in studio, coming up right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Dolly Parton is honored to be one of the recipients of the Carnegie Medal of Philanthropy, given by Carnegie Institutions to honor innovative philanthropists. Parton says in a statement she's always believed if she were in a position to help, she should, and that she tries to support things that have special meaning for her and hopes everyone can find something they're passionate about supporting. Parton and 4 other award winners will receive their medals in a private ceremony in New York on October 13th. It was almost in the can, as they say in the movie biz, but the film Batgirl has now ended up in the trash. That's right. The studio that paid $90 million have simply thrown it away. Warner Brothers has decided not to release the film, which was planned for HBO Max. It's not going to come out in theaters either. Apparently, if a film is considered beneath a studio's standards, it's quietly dumped or sold to someone. But to publicly announce that a movie will never see the light of day, it's pretty unusual. And the actor who puts the gray in Grey's Anatomy, cutting back on her workload on the ABC drama. Ellen Pompeo will be only on 8 episodes of the series when it comes back for its 19th season this fall. She will continue, though, to serve as executive producer and the show's narrator. Pompeo is prepping to star in a series that will air on Hulu, which, like ABC, is a corporate sibling under Disney. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Josh Arnold being on the Bob and Tom Show. 6 years. You probably thought I was going to forget. I thought we'd start the celebration early.
Oh.
Hey. That's right. We have a live one-man band.
Yeah, we do. All right. Excellent.
We have Mark Dodson, the one-man band.
He's a bad man.
There's a total of 9.1 instruments. And the question is,
what's the point one?
The bass and the guitar have a subharmonic synth built in.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Has this ever happened to you?
Scalpel, clamp, knife.
Ow! Hey! What the?
Waking up during an operation can be both traumatic and painful. Did you know that you have a choice when it comes to choosing an anesthesia? Introducing Ed Pedural's Anesthesia City! Anesthesia City!
Hey, Eddie Pedural here. When you need to get gooned on the goofy juice, it really helps to shop around. And there's no better time than now, as we're getting giddy at Anesthesia City. It's our once-a-year Malaise Days.
Malaise Days!
Bring in your Zoo Book coupon, and we'll knock off an additional 50% on scratch and dent ethers, pentathols, and nitrous.
Anesthesia City!
And oh yeah, free balloons for the kids. Hey, if they're real young, make sure they don't suck on any of that balloon air. You know what I'm saying?
Anesthesia City! Open every day, 10 until 10. 9.
Hey, I'm Ed Pedural saying, so, what's it going to take for me to put you in a coma today?
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
No matter how hard I try, can't keep my hands off my face.
Critique of mouthwash. What's happening?
What's happening, man? Hey, we're back. It's the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, sir.
There's Josh Arnold. Man, that hurts my ears.
No.
Yeah, there's Jessica Hooker. She joins us.
Hi.
Jess Hooker, the cooker. There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline.
A lot of chicks in here.
Yes.
Yeah, finally.
I'm chick. Yeah, there's Tom and
I see.
A special guest.
Chick and then two.
Ace is being obtuse.
Chicken chicks.
I'm funny.
He's
well, maybe it's time for us to find out just how funny he is.
He's still talking.
Well, we have a professional comedian in the studio with us, of course. I'm talking about the entitled housewife, Becky Robinson. Becky, prepare to learn
and laugh.
Learn and laugh. That sexy man with a deep voice. Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
Got a friend, he was a starving artist.
Yeah.
Oh. Until he decided to do strictly sculptures. Really? Yeah, he made 6 figures last year.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
6 figures.
6 figures he sculpted.
Year.
You see there, Tom.
6 figures.
It's also figures.
Hilarity.
I get it now.
Hilarity ensued.
Don't drop.
Yes.
Yeah, Becky dropped her pencil.
You're going to say something else.
Writing that one down. So I walk in the room and you're arguing about.
We were talking about candy, about mints.
Well, yeah, I put some mints in here because
And
you
you
guys
said it's-
drink a lot of coffee in the morning. I thought I'd maybe give you a little hint, a little subtle nod there.
So I asked if it was a Certs, a breath mint.
They're not. They're lifesavers.
They're not.
And I said the lifesavers can hit the bricks.
No. The rainbow.
Not the. I'm fine with mints, but the
You don't like the rainbow lifesavers?
They're pretending to be candy. They're not.
No, they were candy before there was all this other junk.
Right.
Well, this other junk has saved us.
Now, are you familiar with certs? Remember they just had the argument. They would go, certs is a candy mint. Certs is a breath mint. Certs is a candy mint. And then you go, yep, you're right. It's a candy mint. No, certs is famous.
It's 2 minutes. 2 mints in one.
Yeah, but it's famous for what?
Retsin.
What?
Whoa!
Sperm.
That's the Retsin bling.
Hey, let's make this a rule. Don't ever do that again.
Boy, that was hard.
On the commercial, he goes, oh, it's got Retsin.
Son of a bitch, you did it again.
What I love about that is that it's as if Retsin is something legitimate.
Yeah, what is it?
Nothing.
Yes, today, class, we're going to be doing in biochemistry. Today, we begin our study of Retsin.
You haven't toured the Retsin mines in Western Virginia?
Here's the actual reference in the old commercial.
Certs contains a golden drop of Retsin, the miracle breath purifier that makes your breath clean and fresh.
It really stings the ear.
It really is piercing, isn't it?
Okay, you ready? Retsin is a trademarked name for a combination of copper gluconate and partially hydrogenated cottonseed oil.
Of course, and it was, of course, the key that Zillard used to create the atomic bomb.
That's exactly right.
Szilard.
A drop of Retsin.
Szilard.
Szilard, not Zillard.
Edward Teller used it for the... I'm sorry. So you're disapproving of that candy?
I didn't care. I never cared for Lifesaver. No.
Oh, you put some chocolate or caramel in there.
What is your go-to candy bar?
Candy bar? Yeah. Oh, give me just a Hershey. Give me a Hershey's bar.
Plain? No almonds?
That's right.
No almonds.
I like almonds, but
how about a hard candy? What's your favorite hard candy?
You know what? Werther's
caramel. Isn't that great?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Will they sell you Werther's if you're under 75?
No, I have to stand outside and do what we used to call shoulder tapping, where I would wait for an older person to walk by.
Say, hey man,
I'm not old enough. Will you go ahead and buy
me the Werther's?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are the ones? What are those green apple ones? The long Jolly Ranchers.
Jolly Ranchers.
Oh, those are good.
I love those.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, we had an interesting story about, well, not that interesting, about Hershey's chocolate last week. Anybody remember what it was?
Yes. They don't have enough Hershey chocolate to make specialized Halloween candy, so they're just going to stick with their plain
regular stuff.
Yeah. So you can still get the assorted miniatures. You got your Mr. Good Bar in there. You got your crackle.
I've been looking for that.
I like a crackle.
You've been looking for Mr. Good Bar?
I have been.
It doesn't end well.
No, it doesn't.
That's the movie with he's got the Day-Glo condom on?
Yes.
Is that Richard Gere?
That's Richard Gere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does not end well.
You know what else? Other movie Richard Gere's in that one where he plays that guy who has that dog that waits for him at the train station. And one time he leaves and the train crashes, or the guy has a heart attack at work and the guy doesn't return, and the dog stays at the train station waiting for his owner for decades.
That's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's called looking for Mr. Good Boy. Who's a good boy?
Bravo.
How much can we put you down for tobacco?
That was very nice. Good
You might
boy.
need those certs if you are a garlic eater. Garlic is in the news today. A rural South Korean town is gaining attention over its video promoting garlic.
Huh, what's the problem with that?
Well, some farmers, Josh, think it's a little obscene. The controversy surrounds a 30-second video that had been posted on a YouTube channel for Hongseong County, which is known for its local Hongshan garlic.
Okay.
Hongshan garlic.
Have you heard of this?
No.
Whatever we do from this moment on, Christy has to do a story from that county. Okay.
Hongseong County. It shows a woman saying, quote, very thick and hard
She's
while touching
rubbing
the thigh of a man named Hong San, who wears a full garlic head mask.
But it starts out, you see this woman, looks like she's rubbing this leg, and she's going...
Very firm.
Very thick. Very hard.
Hard, I see.
And then it cuts it back, and...
She's referring to...
The garlic.
It's a garlic man. He's got a big... His head is a giant garlic.
He's a vampire hunter.
Some farmers found the ad offensive, with two major farmers' organizations saying the video, quote, dealt a big blow to the image of the agricultural product that farmers have laboriously grown.
Did it?
They added that the video, quote, sexually objectified garlic.
Well, I think when they told women to start putting it up their vagine to get rid of bacteria, that may have sexually... objectified.
That is also a parody, Jess, of a famous scene from a 2004 hit Korean movie titled Once Upon a Time in High School.
Oh.
Are you familiar with that movie?
No, I tried watching it, but it was like in a different language.
The South Koreans are making some big hits now.
No, they are, yeah.
But the garlic is an odd-shaped thing. I've always thought that's what Yoda's testicles would look like.
Bulbs of garlic.
Yeah.
Bulbs.
You thought about that?
You think a lot about Yoda's testicles?
No, just kind of whenever I see a garlic, I think, Yoda has Yoda's testicles.
My balls, these are.
Itch my balls are.
I know. They look like garlic, these do.
So you think that Yoda's look like garlic? Chick, didn't you once suggest to a woman at the grocery store that...
Oh, my God.
No, I didn't. I thought it was you, John.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to project.
How did it go?
You're in the produce department.
Right. And I was looking at the baked potatoes entitled Housewife.
The russets.
Oh, sure. You got to get your russets there. And the lady next to me, I said, I held up a potato in each hand. And I looked at her and I said, these remind me of my testicles. And she goes, oh my, they're that big? And I said, no, that dirty.
The classics.
I believe it too. That's the thing.
I look like a man with dirty balls.
Yeah, you think Yoda's just looks like garlic, or they're dirty too?
Do they smell?
I've never thought about that.
Have you ever looked at a guy and been like, he stinks down there? Yeah.
Every day. Every day.
Every day?
100%.
It's the first thing I think.
Yeah.
I smell
can't play this game.
Wow. Well, I want to find that. I'm digging for that story you had talked about with the garlic. That was one of those. What was that? Like an internet.
Yes,
was it a goop thing, or
it may have been a goop thing? But they're saying that they say garlic. Like if you feel a cold coming on, that you can just swallow a clove of garlic and it'll help. It's good for your immune system.
Okay,
well, they also
here's the
said,
story. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
I just found it. This is the one that quotes the famous Canadian gynecologist.
Here we go.
No, that's
Dr. Gunter.
Doctor.
Yeah, Gunter, yeah.
Her name is Dr. Jennifer Gunter. Gunter. It may be pronounced. Oh, Gunter?
No. It's a long gunt. Wait, no, that would be wide.
You're making me nervous.
That would be. That would be opposite of long, I guess.
We are children.
Okay, here's the headline. Don't put garlic in your vagina.
Well, duh.
A prominent gynecologist, the author of...
it says what not to do. What are you supposed to put in there?
This is a prominent gynecologist, and she is the author of The Vagina Bible, which I've only read part of it. I read Deuteronomy, and then I put it down. This is serious. I'm sorry.
Please.
I don't know who said that.
It says...
Quiet down.
It says, don't put garlic in your vajayjay, as Oprah calls it.
Yeah.
It is not a natural alternative to treat yeast infections. It's an old wives' tale. It's been given new life, of course, on the internet.
By the way, Oprah calls it a vajay, but there's an echo. Large woman.
Really?
Vajay.
I didn't say it twice. It's described, the famous author and physician, Dr. Jennifer Gunter.
Gunt.
It is Gunt.
Yes, yeah. Whoa.
It says, ladies, stop doing this. It doesn't work. It could cause more problems.
Yeah.
There you go. So it'll keep the vampires out of your...
That's big. I've got a lot of those.
You got that going.
We need a Jennifer Coolidge to be the face of something like this. Or a commercial like this. Just, so thick. So bulbous. Wow. And then you wouldn't get in trouble for it.
I think you're right.
She can do no wrong.
No. Stifler's mom.
Bend and snap. Are you kidding?
Yes.
She changed my life.
Yes.
She's great. She was just in
She was here before. We love her.
Oh, she's wonderful. Yeah.
Now, we have a lot to get to here. But that is, by the way, that is really her name, Dr. Jennifer Gunter.
Yes.
100. Ask me what my sleep number is.
Oh, okay.
What's your sleep number setting?
What's your sleep number setting, Chick McGee?
Thank you, Tom. It's 100.
What does that mean?
Very firm.
Okay. Christy Lee, what is your sleep number setting?
45. I go the opposite of Chick.
Okay. And either side of the bed can be set at whatever number you choose at any time. You just press the button and you change it. So the point is you can choose proven... Okay, Josh. What is your sleep number setting?
Oh, thank you for asking. It's 65.
What
and
does
here's
that
why
mean
that's
exactly?
interesting. My manly body has certain pressure points that need to be relieved throughout the night, and 65 does that for me.
All right.
Him and his tater testicles need
balls. All right, Pat.
I'll move in here. The Sleep Number bed. They've also got something you want to check out called Sleep Number True Temp Bedding. When these are hot summer days, wouldn't it be nice?
Yes.
Yes. Check that out from Sleep Number. Find out the details because, oh, by the way, this is their best sale of the year right now. You can save $500 on the famous Sleep Number 360 C4 Smart Bed with a queen now just $12.99. That's Sleep Number's lowest price ever. Sleep Number stores. How do you find them? You go to sleepnumber.com/BT show. And remember, every great day starts the night before. The Sleep Number bed. Either side of the bed has its own setting, so whoever's over there can be happy and you can be happy over here. That's because you set the bed every time you go. You set it the way you want it. The Sleep Number bed. I know I love mine. When we come back, we have Miss Becky, we have Miss Jess, and Miss Christy, and we'll continue girl talk with the boys. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Hey, how you doing? Hope you're having a good Thursday morning. Mark Allison, we're back in action here live. Had a couple of days off as I traveled the country, catching up with my son who's on the road. I felt like a Grateful Dead tour guy who was just following the band. It was a lot of fun. My wife and I enjoyed seeing the DCI performances across the East Coast, 3 different locations. Again, great time in Tennessee, North Carolina, and West Virginia, and beautiful part of the country. If you've never been to that part of the country, I highly recommend it. Lots of fun and frivolity, and we're back in action right here as we continue through this Thursday morning. Jess Hooker right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed. Closing arguments in Brittany Griner's cannabis possession case in Russia set for Thursday. That's nearly 6 months after the American basketball star was arrested at a Moscow airport in a case that has reached the highest levels of U.S.-Russia diplomacy. Griner faces up to 10 years in prison if convicted. A conviction appears almost certain given that Russian courts rarely acquit defendants. Griner's acknowledged there were vape canisters with cannabis oil in her luggage. Still, Russian judges have considerable latitude on sentencing. Still not clear when the verdict will be announced. If the 2-time Olympic gold medalist does not go free, attention will turn to the high-stakes possibility of a prisoner swap. Closer to home, near record amounts of seaweed are smothering Caribbean coasts from Puerto Rico to Barbados, killing fish and other wildlife, choking tourism, and releasing stinky, noxious gases. Ugh. More than 24 million tons of sargassum blanketed the Atlantic in June, shattering the all-time record set back in 2018. Unusually large amounts of the brown algae have drifted into the Caribbean Sea, which have, of course, made it to the beaches. Scientists say the possible explanations include a rise in water temperatures and nitrogen-laden fertilizer and sewage nourishing the algae. Hope you're not planning your Caribbean vacation here in the next few days. That's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
This is exciting. Thank you very much for being here. You're on the Albert Brooks Show. And what is it you do for a living?
I do radio, actually.
Really?
Yes.
You do radio?
Yes.
That's incredible. So that's exciting. All right, we'll be right back. Come on! You do radio. This is a television show. Nobody cares. Help me out. You go back to your table. You have a life. My career's in the toilet. And then big smiles. Welcome back. We were kidding off the air. She's a killer, this one. So you were telling me before that you do radio.
Yes.
That's exciting. What do you do actually in radio?
I do news.
You do news?
Yes.
Really?
I'm a newsreader.
You are a newsreader?
Yes.
I didn't know. That's
Yes.
great. We'll be right back. Come on! You read the news.
Hey, man, it's Donnie Baker. And the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like his dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then because you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
She's the love of your life, and you want to make her feel special on Valentine's Day. Gentlemen, if you're looking for a romantic gift this Valentine's Day, then Frigamall Florist has the gift for you. It's our I know I'm not going to get any for a month unless I send you some flowers bouquet. Yes, for just $59.95, you can send her the I know I'm not going to get any for a month unless I send you some flowers bouquet. The I know I'm not going to get any for a month unless I send you some flowers bouquet proclaims your lust for her in the most romantic way possible. The bouquet of lovely fresh flowers says, let's do it, and my loins ache. Your wedding vows didn't include a vow of chastity, but you're not going to see any action unless you act now. So pick up the phone and order the I know I'm not going to get any for a month unless I send you some flowers bouquet right now. That's the I know I'm not going to get any for a month unless I order you some flowers bouquet. With one phone call, you can cover your ass and get some ass. It's a win-win. Call now, because when Cupid shoots his arrow on February 14th, you won't be shooting anything unless you get her some flowers.
Hello. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Yeah, but it turns out I don't sleep well anyway. I've been grinding my teeth. I didn't know I grind my teeth until I woke up. My husband was pouring coffee beans into my mouth. What a weird way to save time in the morning.
No kidding, but it's fresh coffee.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schmitz, but for me, it's
Bob and Tom 24/7. 20
down. Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
Hey, man, there's Josh Arnold. There's Jess Hooker.
Hey.
She brought in some pasta salad, Tom, if you had it.
Oh.
That's amazing. There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom, and we also have a special guest.
She is Becky Robinson, comedian. She is also known as the Entitled Housewife. She is on the Heavy Pour Tour. Do you or any of your characters have any tattoos?
Yeah, Patty Dupont. Patty will kick off the show. She used to be head of security for Bruno Mars.
Did she?
Yeah. Right. Until she got a little frisky in the green room.
Oh.
Apparently in entertainment, only men can be predators.
Oh, is that right, Patty? Patty, how long were you?
The thing is, the hand brace kind of works for Patty.
Yeah.
So she comes out in her khaki shorts and her security and her DeWalt belt. Nice. Patty has seen some shit.
Yeah. Oh, has she seen some stuff? Has she? Yeah. Yeah.
We'll be back momentarily. There we go. I have a question, though.
Yeah?
What happened?
We were talking. No, I was asking about tattoos. You are tattoo free?
Well, I've got one little smiley face here, but it's...
Where?
You can't... Yeah, it's fading.
Your middle finger
there?
there?
A 6-year-old... It's on my middle finger, yeah. A 6-year-old came up to me and she goes... Is it fading because you're not happy all the time? Oh, I was like, you intuitive little monster.
She nailed it.
Of course, yeah. It's the same 6-year-old that came up to me and my girlfriend looked at me and was like, so are you like the husband? Yes, I am.
My interpretation of that is really crude. I can't really. Why the middle finger was
Right. Finger tattoos do fade. I had two, and they faded enough that I went ahead and had them removed. But I had a Fu Manchu so that when you
that's fun.
held your fingers up, yeah.
Explain that again. So, in other words, you had the.
So I had the one side of a mustache, a Fu Manchu on this finger, and then the other side, and then
So you'd
when I
hold
hold
them
it
up.
up, yeah, it would look like a Fu Manchu.
And did that ever get you forward in life in any way at all?
No, not at all.
Like a free drink, maybe?
No, none of those. Not even a free drink. No, not even a laugh.
Never made one person smile.
Yeah.
So much as a
You
laugh.
see that chick over there? You go ask her about her Fu Manchu. It's hilarious.
Nope.
Maybe try one of those little rub-on ones.
Yeah, now they have the fake mustache tattoos
Yeah.
you can put on your face.
Pretty much get a Sharpie. It's not.
started a trend.
Sharpie doesn't require a lot of artistic skill, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting
Anyone
a
can do
hand tattoo during a pandemic was a really bad idea.
Yeah.
Because of all the hand washing. I mean, now I can't. I can't wash my hands with this thing, so I'm just kind of like.
You have a cast. We should explain you have a cast on.
I don't mean it to look like that, but you know, it's
Now, aren't you? Am I correct in saying you are having most of your tattoos removed?
Yeah, I have a full sleeve on my left arm right now.
And they're taking it all off?
Taking it all
Oh
off.
my gosh, Jess.
Yeah.
Stings?
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts just as bad as getting the tattoos, but it only lasts about 15 minutes. So it's shorter, but it's a lot
Is
more
this where
painful.
do you have to like lie down with a laser around? Is it? What is it?
Yeah, so they ice your entire arm for a little bit.
So you feel like Sandy Koufax?
Probably.
Boy, that's relatable.
I have no idea who Sandy Koufax
Sandy Koufax invented having your arm iced. If you
Okay, I had no idea.
Okay. So
That's a
yeah,
lie.
yeah.
He's a famous pitcher.
Well, then why did you say that?
One of the greatest
He's a
left-handers
pitcher.
of all
Okay,
time.
gotcha. Yeah, so they ice you for about 20 minutes, and then they go in with a laser, but they also have a handheld blower that they use to blow cold air on the laser as they...
We can get you a price on a handheld blower.
Yeah.
That pricked my ears up.
Do they have? I have a question. Can you ever go to the mall? Do they have like a, they have those starving artist shows?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do they ever have like starving tattoo artist things?
I think those are in jail.
Less talented at tattoo
So
artists.
does it totally remove, or is there just
It
like
will, but it
paints?
takes no. They claim that when it's all done in 3 years, that you will not be able to see that I had any tattoo at all.
3 years?
Takes 3 years. You go every 6 weeks for 3 years.
So when you go in the sun, are you doing the tape to cover it up?
Yeah, you do the athletic tape or like a sleeve, one of those things. Yeah,
Why'd you
to
get in the first place?
I don't
My
know because I was
gosh.
sad and needed attention. Josh,
All
you
right,
want to
well,
go down that road?
Yes.
This sounds like fun.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how this show ends.
Can I ask a semi-personal question?
Absolutely.
Does your significant other have a tattoo?
No. She never dyed her hair. She's just pure. It's annoying, you know. She's vegan and gluten free, and I'm fun. You know?
Yeah, sure. And happy.
Polar opposites.
Yeah.
Very much polar opposites.
Okay, good.
It's been frightening from the jump.
When did you jump? May I ask that question?
Right at the beginning of the pandemic.
So, I mean, you were on the other team, and then
We both were on the other team until we met.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
are the two fellas hooked up now, just by chance?
Well, at the time we met, she was dating a guy named Paris, and I was dating a guy named Geppetto.
Geppetto?
Really just scraped from the bottom of the barrel.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Paris and Geppetto.
Yeah, you guys were meant for each other.
You cannot make that up.
Paris and Geppetto sounds like a new Saturday morning cartoon. Pixar.
Be a real boy.
Okay.
Come to Paris, Geppetto.
We sort of met, and she was like, I think we should communicate through everything. And I was like, I think we should buy some hardware first and just be certain that this is the right choice.
Right.
And, the first night she stayed at my house, I was so scared. I had probably 3 bottles of wine. She goes to sleep in my bed, and I open Spot. Like, what music do you put on for a woman? With men, I would always put on like a little DMX.
That makes sense.
Right? And I'd be like, Beck's gonna give it to you. She's gonna give it to you. But with a woman, it's like, she's tender. So I opened Spotify, and I swear to God, I just typed in lesbian.
I bet there are a bunch of playlists.
There are, but the first song I played, it was like, our first kiss was, I think, to that. You remember that song? It's like, all the things she said, running through my head.
I don't know that.
Yes. Turn it off.
Yeah.
It's just not good.
Huh.
So they have a very specific playlist for all kinds of...
all kinds of, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm
Boy, you old romantic, you.
Do they,
Because people on there create their own playlists and then submit,
Share
share them,
right.
and they use words to title it. So, like sitting on the dock, and it'll be songs that are good for when you're sitting on a dock, or
Okay.
something. I know what you're thinking, Pat. Sitting on a roof.
Sitting on a face.
Sure.
That's what he was thinking.
Danced around it.
Breaking the dock. Okay. We have.
Oh, yeah, that happens. Every now and then you'll break a dock.
Oh, really?
Well, usually reverse cowgirl will.
I'm so sorry. Josh is.
Stay away from reverse.
Josh is sort of my tour guide to the world of pornographic cinema.
Because I admit to watching it, so everybody thinks I'm a porn freak because I have no problem talking about it.
But aren't you a
But you are a porn
Look, that goes without saying.
Josh can talk about the directors. Well, of course, you've seen the new Sam Fuller piece.
Well, I may have
backside drama.
I certainly share some philosophies with Johnny Darko and his films. Or
That's a director?
Yeah, I'll find one. And let me tell you, the mise-en-scene of his latest film, Face Invaders.
Okay.
Really,
is he a plot guy or an action guy?
Justin just gets right to it.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your name? Terrific. Let's go.
His camera work, where he developed the optically correct phallus for his movie Inside Out. Inside Out.
Very Orson Welles.
Okay, sorry.
Well, on that kind of vein, the private jet formerly owned by Hustler founder Larry Flint is up for sale.
Really?
Sort of. It's black and gold and sitting in a hangar in Florida on a stack of tires.
I imagine it has a ramp.
Ozzy.
Is this what's the word I'm looking for? Is it fit to fly?
Well, let me get there. Ozzy Sayez, operator of Aero Salvage Design, listed the 2006 Gulfstream G5 on Facebook Marketplace earlier this month for $18,000.
That seems cheap. Yeah, there's no way that's air.
Yeah.
The original sticker price would have been around $35 million, but this particular jet...
You know, they say, once you drop it off the lot.
That's quite a saving.
Well, chick, it's missing its Rolls-Royce engines, wings, landing gear, windshield, and custom interior.
So there's just a frame.
It's a fixer-up.
Okay.
I'll say, yeah.
No interior, you said.
Yeah,
essentially just a fuselage.
No, I remember flying this winter when I was going on a ski trip. They had to de-ice the plane. Did they have something to spray it down to de-sperm this
No
thing?
kidding.
Yeah. Oh, it's got to be a layer in there.
Gross.
A layer.
Just a layer of spermy soot.
Entitled, will you behave yourself?
I can't. I've had a full Celsius. It's popping over here.
Okay. Very good.
And a watch said to have belonged to Adolf Hitler has sold for $1.1 million at auction.
Really?
According to the BBC,
You got to know the right time.
You sure do. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if it wasn't a watch? It's a right time for beer or something instead of a dime.
Oh, gosh. According to the BBC, the controversial sale involved a timepiece that features
Mickey Mouse. There are rumors, you see.
Yes.
He's a fun-loving.
That's not very helpful.
What else would you think it would feature?
I'm sure he
That's it, a swastika and
jeez.
Well,
AH engraved on
No,
it.
the watch. It's called a swatch sticker.
Now, they're not the hands, are they?
It sold to an anonymous bidder, falling short of its $2 to $4 million estimate.
But he did get the initials right. It's AH.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Alexander Historical Auction said the watch was taken from Hitler's mountain retreat. Was it Berghof? When it had been stormed by French soldiers in 1945. The auction house told German media that its aim was to preserve history.
Yikes. What did it go for?
1.1 mil.
It did sell.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought it would have gone for 1.9.
How much was it?
1.9.
That's what I thought.
I would think I know they were trying to sell his mustache trimmer. I heard that.
They were.
Very rare now.
It was weird. Did you see the video of the auction?
No,
The guy that won it, when he bid, he put his arm like this. Got it at an angle. It's very straight. Really, totally inappropriate.
Yikes.
Okay, sorry.
Boy, oh boy.
My fault.
A New Jersey couple have discovered cash dating back to the Great Depression in their front yard. WPVI
News about old money.
reports that Richard Gilson was excavating the front yard of his Jersey Shore home when he hit glass. He initially thought they were root balls, but upon closer inspection, he realized it was actually $1,000 wrapped in burlap. He found a total of 2 rolls of bills, each worth $1,000, dating back to 1934.
Wow.
So
It's sad.
Yeah.
Are those still legal tender, or do you have to?
I would think.
They may be even worth more in the collector market or something.
Yeah. We'll get to that. He found a total of, though Richard initially suspected a nefarious origin, he later learned the property was owned by James Dempsey at the time. Dempsey's granddaughter explained her grandfather told her mom to bury the money somewhere in the front yard. The family was then unable to find it later. Richard said he had no intention of spending the money. His wife, Suzanne, said, when we looked it up, the value of $2,000 back in 1934 is about $40,000.
Well, that's not, all right.
But I mean, it's the Depression.
Sure.
So if you think you say to some idiot, hey, go bury this. This is worth $40,000. Mark it.
Yeah, maybe.
God, what an idiot. That is so sad. They probably were desperate for the money. So what are they going to do with it?
I don't know. He says they're not going to spend it. I guess they're going to just keep it.
Are they going to give it to the people who used to live there?
Maybe. What is
Maybe
a
the
root
family?
ball?
Bulb, I think.
Root ball.
Ball. A root ball?
Root.
Yeah, a root ball.
Yeah, that's where you get root beer. They squeeze them and it comes out.
It's underneath the tree, the root
I'm
ball.
just saying, if you were to go bury $40,000 in your backyard, wouldn't you put one of your pink flamingos over it so you remember where you put it?
Well, then everybody else will know where you put it.
But it sounds like he
steal
told
your money.
It sounds like he told his daughter to do it. She could have been a kid. Right. She didn't mark it. That's his
Smart.
fault.
Good move. I asked my 6-year-old.
I think the last thing that whoever found the story was anger.
Yeah, they didn't expect.
I forgot.
Son of a bitch, just dig him up and beat that
dumbass.
I forgot. Nothing spends more than sad money. Oh, here's some guy that desperately needed this during the Depression. Let's go have happy times with it.
Maybe they didn't need it. That's why they buried it.
No,
That's why he said he didn't want to spend the money.
Did you ever think of that?
I doubt it.
All right, well.
An Austrian woman.
I don't trust those banks. I'll tell you what. We're going to
Well, of course not. Not during the Depression.
We're going to bury this money. Last thing I do, I got to go work on my invention. I'm trying to develop spray preparation H. That'll teach them.
An Austrian woman returning home from Croatia discovered some very unwelcome stowaways in her luggage.
Snakes?
She was unpacking her bag, Josh, when she discovered not snakes.
Mice.
A mother scorpion and her 17 babies. Oh, my God.
Here I am, rocking like a hurricane. Oh, I've already played that. Sorry.
So she's a single mom. 17 miles to feed.
Yeah.
Or scorpion.
The scorpions were secured and turned over to an animal welfare organization.
Secured or stepped on.
They intend to return the scorpion family to the wild in their home country, according to the story.
Lucky she didn't whip on, put on her underwear, and she's got scorpion babies in there.
She could have been pinched.
Well, the good news is there are approximately 2,000 known species of scorpions, according to National Geographic, but
that's not true.
Only 40 are venomous enough to kill humans.
I don't know about that.
Would you put on 17 scorpions in your underwear and do this show?
No.
Yeah, you're so smart. What's the answer?
How about you, Becky?
If they
Absolutely.
Volunteer your girlfriend for this.
if you were to bring in a scorpion and I had to put it on my arm or something, I would do it.
What show was that where they did that to people? They made them...
Fear Factor?
Fear Factor, yeah.
They just did it on Jackass, too, I think.
Yeah.
They had him bite the lip.
Yes.
So it would get
That's
swollen.
Exactly, yeah.
No, thank you.
No, thanks.
In place
Yeah.
of a lip plumper.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have 3 monkeys. I want you to pick one, see if you get the pox.
The pox. We've loaded one of these monkeys with the pox.
Topical, yeah.
It's a shame that it has a silly name.
Pox?
Yeah, monkey pox sounds like it's fun.
No, I think monkey's the fun word in there. Pox is pox.
Never fun, yeah.
Just doesn't sound as serious as many diseases.
How do I keep safe from my scorpions getting in my house, chick?
Well, you go home. If you
Yeah.
like me. You feel like going home and laying on your sofa, turning up the air conditioning and make believe it's fall and wrapping up in your blanket and softly crying. Well, I know I do. So, how about Simply Safe? This is the do-it-yourself Install it yourself, design it yourself, home security system we talk about. The 24/7 professional monitoring at Simply Safe. The agents call you the moment a threat is detected, sending police or first responders in that emergency.
I don't want to do it myself. I have to drill into the wall. You got all those wires.
You are wrong, sir.
What? Magnets and sticky tape. It's amazing. Unbelievable. Simply Safe's agents truly care about your well-being and are highly trained to help keep you calm and safe during stressful situations, staying on the line with you until help arrives. Customer first policies is Simply Safe. They make sure you're taken care of with affordable plans starting at less than $1 a day. No long-term contract or hidden fees, because feeling safe at home and having peace of mind should not break the bank. Customize the perfect system for your home and then install it yourself in just a few minutes at simplysafetom.com. Go today, claim a free indoor security camera and 20% off with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com.
Thank you, Chick McGee. Coming up, our history lesson, we're going to hang out with Miss Becky Robinson, known as the Entitled Housewife. And we've got a couple of other quick things I want to see if we can cram in here when we get back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Boy, better get up, get some exercise.
Hey, we've got some live comedy coming your way. Josh Arnold on the road this weekend. Friday night at the Eagles Lodge in Columbus, Indiana. Then Saturday night, August 6th at the Art Theater in Hobart, Indiana. That's Josh Arnold. Find out more at thatjosharnold.com for tickets and information. Again, this Friday night, the Eagles Lodge, Columbus, Indiana. Saturday night, the Art Theater in Hobart, Indiana. And speaking of Saturday night, Greg Warren on the road as well at the Laughing Gas Comedy in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. 2 shows on Saturday night. Find out more at gregwarrencomedy.com. As we roll through this Thursday, Jess Hooker in studio with us, Hooker the Cooker, and you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning.
Hey, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. China is staging live fire military drills in 6 zones surrounding Taiwan in response to that visit by U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to the island Beijing claims as its own territory. China has warned aircraft and ships to avoid the areas during the exercises, which run through Sunday. The drills appear to be a rehearsal of a potential blockade and invasion of the island that would likely draw in Taiwan's chief supporter, of course, the United States, and our allies, Japan and Australia. After infuriating China over her trip to Taiwan, U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi met South Korean political leaders in Seoul, but avoided making public comments on cross-strait relations pickup, but avoided making public comments on cross-strait relations that could have further increased regional tensions. And the Transportation Department is thinking of requiring airlines to offer flyers refunds if their flight schedule changes significantly or if their airline makes major changes to their itinerary. The proposed rules announced yesterday would force carriers to give refunds if their departure or arrival time changed by 3 hours or more for a domestic flight, or at least 6 hours for an international one. The refunds would apply to travelers who buy non-refundable tickets, which usually cost less and are favored by many leisure travelers. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
It's Josh's 6th anniversary. What you failed to mention, luckily for Josh, the gift for the 6th anniversary is gravy. Gravy.
I enjoy gravy on many foods.
Josh refers to himself as half fat in his stand-up comedy act. What you failed to mention, his fellow stand-up comic brethren refer to him as half funny.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night.
You might as well shoot me when the beer runs out.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Time now for Flash Traffic with the fastest man in the world, 9-time Olympic gold medalist Carl Lewis.
And now we go to our Flash Traffic reporter, Carl Lewis, with traffic on the west side.
Hey, Bob and Tom. I'm on the west side, and traffic looks great. Now I'm going to run over to the far east side and take a look at traffic conditions over there. Okay, I'm on the east side now. Everything looks smooth over here. Want me to check the north side?
Sure, Carl.
All right, here we go. Oh, guys, traffic is running off fine up here up north. Anything else you need?
Listen, Carl, could you check south side traffic? I know it's a long way. You could also pick up an iced tea for me, venti green iced tea at Starbucks on your way, if you don't mind.
Okay, that's a little step, but I'll get there. Oh, my goodness, that was kind of a detour, but here, 2 Splendids just like you like it.
Thank you very much, Carl. Carl, could you come back to the studio to sign some photos for us?
Oh, okay, I can do that. Sure thing, Tom. Oh, made it. All right, give me a pen.
This has been Flash Traffic with Carl Lewis.
Hey, man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
The poor tour dates. It's your fault, Christy.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
I refuse to take responsibility.
Hi, Christy. There's Christy Lee. There's Pat Godwin. Josh Arnold, are you here?
I'm here.
Jess, you're here. There's Ace Cosby. Willie Griswold on assignment. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Thank you very much. Thanks again to Becky Robinson, the entitled housewife, the heavy pour tour.
Yes.
It's better when you read the words in the right order.
Thank you, Becky.
Although the heavy housewife sounds like something.
They got something going
That sounds like something.
I'll do that character.
The heavy housewife?
The heavy housewife? Yeah.
I say we put Josh in a wig and an apron. Welcome to the housewife.
Now, what do you have to shave?
You want to fan your magazines on the coffee table, not stack them.
Would he have to shave his beard to be the heavy housewife?
Oh, no.
Not at all.
No.
Oh, my, no. My husband likes a little stubble.
I love her.
Oh, keep going. I'm enjoying this.
I can't help it. I just love her.
Oh, thank you.
Lost my place. Where were we?
I think we're going to do history, but if you want, we can still do news.
Shut up. Time now for today. Do you know what day it is?
Not really.
In history.
Today's August 4th.
August 4th.
Okay, let me dig
8-4-2-2.
Okay, let's see, nope, that's not the day. Okay, here we go. Today in history, August 4th. There you go. Do you want to do... this is an important story.
I don't know why that was hilarious. There you go, buddy. All right.
Well, this is not a big day except for this. Well, here's one good one. Jesse Owens wins his second gold medal at the Berlin Olympics in the long jump.
Nice.
Ohio State University legend.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, here we go. I like this one. Birthdays. Happy birthday, Louis Vuitton.
Oh, God, I hate the way you say that.
I couldn't say
Born 1821. 27 years later, he invented the $7,000 handbag.
You know, we make more money if I charge more. Yeah. Yes.
High quality, very good stuff.
Make you piss yourself.
1900. The birthday of the Queen Mother.
Oh.
Queen Elizabeth Mom. Famous Queen
She
Mother.
lived to like 106 or something.
Yeah, way too old.
like
She's
that.
far too old.
Yeah. Here we go. Now we got a good one here. Happy birthday, Louis Armstrong.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. You go with Lewis, not Louis, huh?
I don't know him personally.
Oh, he went by Louis.
The great Louis Armstrong.
Never
know about that.
Never got that.
Snatchmo.
Well, maybe. There may have been some in certain circles that called him Snatchmo.
I'm guessing Coltrane called him Snatchmo.
From what I've read.
Isn't it Satchmo?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
It means satchel mouth. It really does. Satchel mouth. He had such a big mouth.
I was getting him confused with the great pitcher Snatchel Page. Happy birthday to a friend of the show, the great actor Billy Bob Thornton.
He is a great actor.
He's in the most expensive Netflix movie ever. I think.
Oh, really?
The Gray Man with Ryan Gosling. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually. It's not bad. It's not bad. But I love the Goose.
I know you do.
Anything he does, I'm in. Yeah.
Okay. But the rest of this is pretty lame. Dylan and Cole Sprouse.
Oh,
yeah.
The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Yeah, Zach and Cody. Come on.
Are you telling me you haven't seen The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody on deck?
Oh, God. They live on a cruise ship. Their mom is
They were
sick.
kind of funny kids.
Yeah.
They were awesome.
They're good.
Is that show still been in production?
Are they?
No,
No.
they're
older
they
now.
run repeats,
Were
but
they
they were also the twins on Friends.
On Friends,
And
yeah.
Big Daddy.
And Big Daddy, yeah, exactly.
They're all grown
That's
up
right.
now.
Jennifer Aniston and David Schwimmer are their mom and dad.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Did they ever go to the set and switch places like twins would do when you had a substitute teacher? Think they ever said to each
bet
other?
they did.
Okay, here's what we're going to do today. We're going to tell the director.
Time now for
you're
things
gonna
we
be
learned.
Cody.
Napa Auto Parts. 6,000 Napa Auto Parts stores, 17,000 Napa Auto Care Centers. Napa is the fuel that helps drivers like you get up and go. Get up and go.
Who's this?
Go, baby, go. Josh used clippers to trim his beard, and he picked the wrong height, as you can tell.
Clearly.
Yeah, man.
And that caused Tom to ask, what about your pubic hair? Did you trim that as well too short?
Doesn't my face look so fat when I shave my beard?
You look very handsome.
You're very handsome.
No, what was the answer to the
guys.
question? So
Be honest with them.
your pubic area is just as 5 o'clock shadowy as that?
Yeah, maybe a little less so.
How soon are you going to get it waxed again?
I don't know. I got to let it grow out now.
Yeah.
Because they won't do it when it's too short.
Would you consider going with kind of a reggae dreadlock thing down there?
How long do your pubes get?
I mean, it would take forever. And from what I understand, they become dreaded because you're not washing and stuff like that.
There was a lady. There was a lady on the plane in the seat in front of me, the row in front of me. I was the middle seat. She was the middle seat in front. And her hair, they had braids. They were so long they were coming through the armrest back into my pouch where you keep the magazine.
No.
Yeah, it looked like a scary monster. It was with tentacles. It scared the hell out of me.
To be clear, this is not pubic hair.
No, it's hair on her head.
Okay,
but not pubes.
No, not pubes.
That'd be really amazing.
It sure would. You'd almost be more impressed than angry.
Where was I?
Suppose anybody has like a Bob Marley-esque pubis with.
Josh lived in South Korea. He's celebrating his 6th year.
Oh, we never heard about that. You lived in South Korea?
Went to the gym over there.
I worked out every day.
European Josh is very in shape, is what you were saying.
That's right. It's very stronger than I've ever been.
Donnie Baker thinks he may have won the jackpot. Something about stuff he bought. A gold-plated nuts for his
truck nuts.
Yeah, he had them encased in gold.
They sold Hitler's watch for, what was it?
1.1 mil.
What time is it, Adolf? 2 hairs past the freckle. Get it?
That old classic hits.
Let's try again tomorrow, shall we?
Okay, this is the right time to leave. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.